Lieberman and Julius Dr. J.
Good God, whatever you do, don't do that again.
And the 2024
What did I do?
champion, Gary Payton.
No, I mean, that's you were saying. I'm hitting the button. Don't do that again.
Yeah, 100%. Don't do all of that. Just
Musical
no.
Tune into CBS Advice all summer long. Yay.
Portions of the following program will be recorded.
From the Ingalls studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225CJ Candler, the #1 preset in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good. Live from the Ingalls studio,
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
the Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog eat! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons. By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. The Sportsocracy, heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app. We are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and join us in the chat. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday. Jeremy Green joining us once again via satellite, internet, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, if we had the Greenville internet in Asheville, no less than 17 of our problems immediately get rectified.
How can we remedy that?
Our internet down here is so fast that I think sometimes it goes to a web page before I finish typing it. Like it just assumes where I was headed. And
right.
There you go.
Joining us once again from the iHeart Greenville studios is Flostradamus. Jeremy Green. I am live in the Ingalls studio here on 92.9. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday. Today on the Power Rankings, we'll be looking at the future of the NFL. This is the 5-year forecast for every team in the NFL. Who's best set to make a run, or at least be set up to make a run over the next few years.
And I'm not going to lie to you. So we did this mathematically, as we do every year. I added a couple new elements into this year, and I got some surprising results that they're going to sound weird when I say them.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with it.
Okay. All right. Any news to sift through before we move on?
Nobody is currently being arrested outside of the downtown Greenville Ingalls studio as they were yesterday.
Myles Garrett, I saw he got busted for speeding like 40 miles over the speed limit.
After my story yesterday, 40 miles an hour over the speed limit, that didn't even I didn't even bat an eyelash at that.
Oh, the Audubon story?
Yeah, once you're doing 300 and something kilometers per hour, then we can talk. I didn't really.
Right.
Look,
right.
I drove to work down I-85 today. 100 was it might have been. We were tickling that a few times.
Let's see. Panther fans excited about Austin Corbett being named the starting center. We got position battles being decided in training camp. Ooh, so much fun.
I saw that story and went, I don't think you had to announce that.
That it wasn't Cade Mays.
Yeah, I mean, was anybody sitting around with bated breath waiting for the decision between Austin Corbett and Cade Mays? Because I was not.
No, but it's just one more sign that we're getting closer and closer to the start of the NFL season. And on a Power Rankings Tuesday, we want to talk about the young guys. Right, there are organizations around this league that are set up pretty nicely to make runs at a Super Bowl over the coming years. A lot of talent in this league, eye-popping talent that is 25 or younger. And this is more than just a who's got the young guys list, though. This is about organizational stability and how your organization is set up. once you start factoring in cap space and draft capital and all of those things, that's something that we don't always take into account when we think about the best teams, the best teams for the future. We just think about who's the youngest, who's got the most young stars. Unlike most Power Rankings Tuesdays, or all Power Rankings Tuesdays, we're going to do things a little bit differently today. We're actually going to start at the top of the list so that we'll talk for 15 minutes about the good teams and have a minute and a half at the end to go, these guys suck, rather than the opposite.
Yes, Cleveland Browns fans, probably not going to be a ton of discussion about you today. We talked about you a lot yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, at the top, who is the team that is set up best according to the Jeremy Green future prognostication calculation?
Well, and now I think some elaboration needs to happen here on the scoring system. So basically, I went 1 to 32, ranking with my rankings for quarterback, draft capital for the 2026 draft class, 2026 cap space, your draft history over the last 15 years, your current roster, your head coach, and then there's a little rider for 2026 dead money, which really only affects about 7 teams. We put it in the Excel spreadsheet, and we got a number for every team. This is like golf, lowest score wins, and the team at number 1 beat every team in the NFL by 14 points.
Okay.
That team is the Baltimore Ravens.
All right.
It really helps when you have a team that has a really good coach, a really good quarterback. They're about middle of the pack in cap space and draft capital, but you're the best drafting team in the NFL, and you've already got a really good roster. Baltimore, to me, is the team that if you told me right now I had to bet for the next 5 years what team is going to win the most games. Mm-hmm. This is not Super Bowls, because Super Bowls are different. Super Bowls, you need some luck. It helps if you play in a lesser division, which they don't. It helps if you play in a less physical division, which they don't. If I had to bet on the team to win the most games over the next 5 years, I'd bet the Baltimore Ravens, and I think I'd do everything short of bet my house on it.
Okay.
Do you have a qualm with that, Tank?
I mean, I don't. Obviously, Baltimore is set up for success. We all know that they are one of the best drafting teams in the league. You really get into splitting hairs at the top with some arguments, but according to these stats, apparently there is no discussion that Baltimore is at the top. I mean, well-run organizations are going to make sure that they're not completely handicapped financially speaking. There always seems to be a good balance in the organization of young guys and big contract guys. And if you're looking in 5 years down the road, I mean, there will be a lot of turnover on this roster. Because
will there, though?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there will be.
Will there, though?
I mean, there will be. I mean, I don't think there won't be a D-Hop anymore, right? He's just a mercenary.
Whoa.
That's gone.
And now, where would D-Hop fit in terms of players that actually matter to this team? Mm-hmm. Where would he fall in?
I mean, I think he's on the starting list. He's in the top 10.
20? If he's in your top 10, you're doing this wrong.
What do you mean?
If DeAndre Hopkins is in the top 10 of Ravens players that matter, you're doing this list wrong. because I'm not even looking at the Ravens roster, just off the top of my head. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers. I would argue Tyler Linderbaum and Ronnie Stanley. Marlon Humphrey, Malachi Starks, Kyle Hamilton, Roquan Smith, Justin Madubuike. That's 10 off the top of my head, and I've got about 8 more that I think would be easily ahead of DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay.
He's a one-year guy. I just don't those things don't really matter to me. I just don't care.
There won't be a Derrick Henry.
How long from now? He's already defying gravity. So
2 years, 3 years, something like that. I mean, he'll stick around for a few more years. There won't be a Stanley. Kyle Van Noy will be gone. Marlon Humphrey will be gone. There will be a lot of turnover here. But the thing is, this is a system that's set up to replace those guys.
All right,
because you can't
turn
turn around and ignore guys like Kyle Hamilton and Malachi Starks that are going to be the next generation.
All right, let's play a game.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the 22 starters for the Baltimore Ravens right now.
Okay.
How many are older than 29 years old?
I'd say 5 or 6.
It's 3, and 2 of them are 30.
Okay.
Ronnie Stanley's 30, Derrick Henry's 30, Kyle Van Noy's 33. You got Mike Green to replace Kyle Van Noy. This is probably the deepest running back room in the NFL, and left tackle's been a bit of a bugaboo for them. Historically, you went Jonathan Ogden. Not great for a few years. Ronnie Stanley. But I think they'll be fine.
Sure.
The vast majority of this team is 27 or younger. They're not just good, they're super young. Oh, and by the way, it's Nnamdi Madubuike. I forgot he changed his first name.
Yes, he did.
They're deep. They're good. They draft well. They're in great cap shape. The Baltimore Ravens right now are the best team in the NFL set up for the long haul.
All the more reason for the haters to come after Lamar Jackson when they don't win a Super Bowl. Number 2.
This is where I caught one that surprised me a bit.
Okay.
The Houston Texans.
See, now this does not surprise me at all.
It surprised me they were this high. I knew they were going to be high up the list. I didn't necessarily know they were going to be 2. And this is a good time to point out that 2, 3, 4, and 5 were separated by a grand total of 3 points.
When you first brought this subject up to me, there were 3 teams that came to the top of my mind of over the next 5 years. If I had to bet my house, there are 3 teams that I would bet that would be at the top of this, however you want to categorize it, whether it be, winning a Super Bowl or best chance or winning percentage or whatever you said, winning the most games over the next 5 years. 3 teams came to mind. Houston was one of them. Baltimore was another one. I feel pretty certain we're going to get to the other one hopefully next, but if not, here in a second. With C.J. Stroud and key pieces, like key young pieces to that team on both sides of the ball, and all of them young, you have a coach that I feel like you have to believe in. D'Amico Ryans was one of the top candidates for how long? 3-4 years we talked about him working his way up in San Francisco.
Oh, it was for a long time. There are only 2 teams in the NFL that don't fall in the bottom 12 of any category, and it's Baltimore and Houston. That's it. You want to know why they're up here this high? Because you got a good young quarterback, you got a good young coach. There's very little instability because I'm not going to lie, I did factor some of those things in. So like Pete Carroll with the Raiders, in terms of where I would have him as a coach, he would be in the top 10. He fell outside of the top 10 because I don't trust he's going to be here for 5 years.
Yep.
D'Amico Ryans, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Nope.
So do I think he's a top 6 coach in the NFL? Probably not. But he's in the top 6 because I know he's going to be here.
He's in a top 6 situation.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Houston is, you got a lot of good young players. Just look how many players on that roster are super young.
Mm-hmm. Derek Stingley and Kamari Lassiter among them, or chief among them. Will Anderson on the front of the defense. I think I feel like I could take over that defense and for the next 5 years. If I can just keep those 3 guys, we can be pretty competitive. So D'Amico Ryan's probably going to do a pretty good job.
Well, and that's the thing. You just look at the Texans and where they are. You've got 24-year-old C.J. Stroud, Kamari Lassiter, and Stingley and Bullock are all 24 or younger. Will Anderson's 24. Mm-hmm. There's a lot to like there.
No doubt about it. And CJ's got the weapons if they can just find a way to stay healthy. If we can keep Nico and Tank on the field, then I think CJ's it's not as good as having T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. But it's a pretty good tandem to have.
There's a great chance that when the Texans pare down the roster, they'll only have 3 guys that are over 30 years old. Danielle Hunter is one of them, but yes. That's pretty formidable.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're looking at under 25, Houston has a ton of under 25 talent.
Yes. Whole lot of it. All right, Houston at number 2. We'll take a break here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400 of Power Rankings Tuesday. Who's set up best for the immediate future? Next 5 years. Top teams coming up after this.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
And we're clear.
Thanks, sir.
Back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Get your laundry Vegas ready with Arm & Hammer Power Sheets. Just toss in a detergent sheet. No drips, no plastic jugs, no mess. Arm & Hammer is a proud sponsor of the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Clean up before you turn up. Shop Arm & Hammer Power Sheets now.
You want to see basketball played the way it's supposed to be? Well, check out Ice Cube's Big 3 all summer long. Fast, physical, and fun. Catch the best professional 3-on-3 players in the world live every weekend on CBS and Vice.
Grig Electric is now hiring. Excellent pay, competitive benefits, year-end bonuses, and more. Company vehicles issued for licensed electricians. Go to grigelectric.com or call 828-232-0021 to join the team at Grig Electric, serving WNC since 1976.
Get fired up, y'all. Season 2 of Good Game with Sarah Spain is underway, and we just welcomed one of my favorite people, an incomparable soccer icon, Megan Rapinoe, to the show. Take a listen.
Sue and I were riding the Lime bikes the other day, and we're like, whee! This is unbelievable. People ride bikes because it's fun.
We've got more incredible guests like Megan in store, plus news of the day and more. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Good Game with Sarah Spain, and listen now.
Almost 1 year ago, Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue became the home of World Central Kitchen and served over 1.5 million meals to folks who needed it after Hurricane Helene. On Saturday, September 27th, from 7 to 11 a.m., Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue invites everyone to rise and brunch. A chance for us to reflect and reconnect over some hearty breakfast bowls and mimosa flights. Saluting our collective resilience and generosity, Bears knows the best is yet to come. Get your tickets today at bearsbbq.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Link your Ingalls Advantage card to your child's school, giving the advantage to those who really need it. That's our pledge to you.
Buying or selling a home doesn't have to be stressful. Let me, Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert, guide you every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home, looking to sell quickly, or exploring investment opportunities, I've got the experience and the tools to get you the best deal possible. Call me, Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty at 828-774-6343. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality. I'm your trusted realtor. I'm making moves and making dreams come true.
The Sportsocracy.
You were just dumber than a bag of hammers.
Oh, it's one of them days here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Welcome back into the program. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday. Who's set up best for the future? The mathematics say that it's the Baltimore Ravens. By a long shot. When Jeremy factors in all of his 3D chess categories, cap space.
I don't know that I would call it three-dimensional
money
chess. It's just things that matter. And and I'm sure somebody's going to say, well, you're putting too much value onto 2026 draft capital. I'm really not. Because if you're the way this formula worked, if you're a good drafting team and you have a lot of draft capital, that tells me that you're probably about to have another infusion of young talent.
Mm-hmm. As somebody said in the chat, I was reading it, I think it was Alex that said it in the chat during the break, that over the next couple of drafts, there's so much talent in these drafts that it could change the scope of the league.
For sure. I mean, you look at the Los Angeles Rams. LA has 2 first-round draft picks next year. I feel like the Rams are one of the best drafting teams in the NFL. Do you disagree with that?
No, I do not.
You would put them in the top what? Just curious if you're close to me.
The Rams?
Mm-hmm.
12. I think they're well inside the top half.
Oh, I think they're inside I have them markedly higher than that.
Really? Okay.
Well, maybe not markedly. I have them higher than that.
I was going to say, they do okay with some of their draft picks, but they're still kind of getting over that falafel them picks era, aren't they?
Can you name me the last 3 first-round picks that the Los Angeles Rams have had?
Jared Verse and Aaron Donald is probably the stretch.
You're actually, sadly enough, you're not that far off.
It's got to be. It's got to be the stretch. It's got to be close.
Aaron Donald's one of the last 5 first-round picks they had.
Yeah.
Their last 5 are Jared Verse, Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, Greg Robinson, and Aaron Donald. 3 of their last 5 first-round picks are retired, and only one of them was really bad.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was a first-ballot Hall of Famer, and he's retired.
Yep.
They have 2 in the same year. That says a lot, which is why my number 3 team, the Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh, okay.
It sounded like that surprised you.
It did. I did not think that they would be close to the top of this list.
How does that surprise you?
Because they don't have the quarterback sewed up at all.
Well, you're right.
Matthew Stafford could come out tomorrow and say, I'm done, and nobody would be shocked, and everybody would salute him, and he'd ride off, and then you're stuck with Stetson Bennett.
All right.
Now obviously they would.
This is a great place where I can explain my thinking because I was the one that set the numbers.
Yeah.
I had the Rams probably higher in quarterback than you would think. Mm-hmm. So the Rams were 27 at quarterback. That's the only statistical category they're not in the top 12. It's the only one. They have no dead money. Mm-hmm. They have one of the highest amounts of draft capital in the league, and they have 2 first-round picks. So that quarterback, let's say Matthew Stafford does just fall off the world. I got 2 first-round picks to trade up and get who I want.
Yeah.
And you add a young quarterback to that team, that roster, where they find 4th, 5th, 6th-round guys routinely, you don't have to agree with me. That's just my logic.
I understand the logic. It's just it's putting a whole lot of faith. And I get that we probably should have a whole lot of faith. right? McVay has earned that faith.
Well, I mean, because McVay's my number one coach in the league.
Sure.
He's younger than Andy Reid.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sean McVay and I are separated by 9 months, which, by the way, that dude looks 10 years younger than me, and that makes me feel like I am 1,000 years old.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of faith. That's a lot of faith to put him at 3. But I get how the numbers work. And I don't like it, but it's there. The possibility is there. It's the fact that it's a possibility that makes me go, should we be putting him at 3?
Oh, yeah, and here's another.
There's a chance you could punt. I mean, there is a chance that you could punt this.
Well, here's another thing that probably not a lot of people know about the Rams. They're the only team in the NFL that's top 5 in cap space and 2026 draft capital.
Mm-hmm. It's a great place to be.
With a roster that I've already got in the top 12.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good place to be. This is a good time. If you're buying futures, the Rams are probably my favorite team. Well, they're not my favorite. They're my second favorite team in the NFL to buy. There's another team coming that somebody's going to ask if I started smoking methamphetamine when I came to Greenville.
All right, let's go number 4.
Oh, we stay in the same city. The Los Angeles Chargers.
All right. They have the quarterback. How's the money situation?
They have the second most cap space in the NFL next year. They have somewhere in the neighborhood of like $70-some-odd million in cap space next year.
Mm-hmm.
And you've already got, I think that's a really good roster because I'm looking at some of these young guys they've drafted that maybe are not household names for you. If you're just a casual fan, the Terheeb Stills, the Cam Harts, Dayon Henley, I'm trying to think of the ones off the top of my head. Joe Alt, Marion Hampton, who I'm really high on, Trey Harris, who I'm really high on. That's a team that I think is drafting particularly well. They have one of my favorite coaches in the league. They have a lot of money, and you've got a quarterback that's good and still young.
Yeah.
Yes, you've already paid him, but I know exactly who's going to be playing quarterback for me for the next 5 to 10 years.
And I have you know, I don't know. I feel like everything has shifted confidence-wise with Jim Harbaugh now. You remember how uneasy we felt about this team with Brandon Staley at the helm? 1 year of Jim Harbaugh, and everything's fine. He can't miss. I feel like that's the attitude right now, which could be the ultimate setup for a letdown. Or I believe there is a little theory about Jim Harbaugh teams really popping in year 2. Have you heard this?
No.
Everywhere he goes, apparently year 2 is exponentially better than year 1 was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like it pops like 35% or something like that everywhere he's ever coached. And the more I look at this team, the more I go, I really could have done without that Rashawn Slater thing. That's really going to
That didn't help, but it also didn't change a ton for me.
Well, I mean, it didn't shift as far as, oh, my God, their line is killed, right? Because the teams, we talked about this yesterday, the team's pretty well built to sustain this. I don't know. It could be something to that whole second year thing with Jim. I'm not mad at the Chargers being 4 at all. You get no qualms with me.
I like that team a lot.
And as you said, you look down the second tier of that team. Like I'm just looking at the ESPN depth chart, and you look at the second team of that's a college all-star team.
Mm-hmm.
Like every one of them. So I'm not worried about what's going to happen when contracts come up. There will be bones. The bones are good.
I like where the Chargers. I'll be honest with you. I like the Chargers to end up in the AFC Championship game this year. I have Chargers.
Too shocked.
I have Chargers Ravens in the AFC Championship game.
Right. Well,
The
when we did our predictions, did you not predict that the Chargers were going to win that division and beat the Chiefs?
I did.
Yeah.
We need to get 2 more teams in here to stay on pace.
All right. Let's go number 5.
This is one of the ones that people are going to go, are you smoking recreational crimes?
Mm-hmm.
It's the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
Ask me any question you want.
I mean, that's a really it is a really young, talented team.
It's an insanely young, insanely talented roster with a still young starting quarterback that's locked up on a value deal for 3 full years.
Mm-hmm.
They have a ton of cap space next year. They have no dead money really whatsoever. I'm in like with their coach, not love. And I'll tell you something that I did not see coming. Do you know if you go over the last 15 years using an analytical formula, they're the best drafting team in the NFL?
Seriously.
I would have thought they were good. I did not expect them to be one. By the way, Eagle fans, that's one of the reasons that I haven't said your team yet, but I promise you it won't take long. Eagle fans are already ready to kill me. I'm going to tell you something that you're not thinking about, I promise you.
Okay. All right. I had not considered it. But you're right.
That was a team that when I got to the end of it, I went, oh, God, my formula's off. And then I started thinking about it going, well, you know, they have young pass rushers I like. They have young pass catchers I like.
Mm-hmm.
I like where the line's headed if it can stay healthy. Now, I will say that is one thing that there's no way for me to – I can't really put – there's not a caveat that I could put on there for injuries because injuries are kind of fluky. But as I look down the roster, I look at Seattle and go, man, I like that team more than I would think. And I got to 5, and maybe 5's too high. Maybe there's I like the formula that I used.
Yeah.
But Seattle was shockingly high, and I'm perfectly fine with it.
There is no reason to me why Seattle should be ranked higher than the defending Super Bowl champions.
Okay. I'm glad you said that because my number 6 is the Philadelphia Eagles.
That was the third team, by the way. When you said who could win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years, I went 3 immediate teams. Philly was my 1. I get why Baltimore was the 1 by this, and Houston was my 3.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't dispute anything you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, take the journey with me, and you tell me where I'm wrong. Fact or fiction, the Philadelphia Eagles have $42 million in dead cap next year.
Is that a fact?
That is a fact.
Okay.
Yes, that is a fact.
All right.
Have you taken a gander at this Philadelphia roster? And I'm not saying they don't have young players. I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination.
They absolutely do.
They absolutely do. Have you ever noticed how old some of their high-level players are?
What do you mean?
How old's Lane Johnson?
Okay. Yeah,
he's 35.
30.
How old's Dallas Goedert?
35? Okay.
Lane Johnson's 35. Dallas Goedert's 30.
Okay.
A.J. Brown's getting ready to turn 29. Saquon Barkley's getting ready to turn 29.
Mm-hmm.
Like Saquon turns 29 before the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Mailata is 28. But when you start factoring in 5 years down the line, you're talking about A.J. Brown being 34 years old. I don't buy your quarterback. I never have. I don't buy your coach. And when you factor in the fact you're $40 million over the cap or $40 million into dead cap space, that kind of eats into one of your windows. I love the young side of this roster. I love Quinyon Mitchell. You already know that. I liked Jahad Campbell to a point. I like Cooper DeJean. I don't think people realize how thin that gets. Who's the next player I'm going to say? When we're talking about good, great, however you want to phrase it, young Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, you ain't said Jalen Carter yet.
Well, I meant to say him first. Sorry. He's a year older than all of the ones I just said, so he's not on the same side of the list. So you got Jalen Carter, DeJean, Quinion Mitchell. Then what?
You still got Nolan Smith, who's pretty good.
Who you like way better than I do.
Well, of course of course I do. It's hard for me to look at this team and go, well, it's full of a bunch of young guys that I watched just kick keister in college, and it's not going to be good. I have all the faith in the roster of this team, and when you consider that there is Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter and
Jordan Davis. Now hold on, before you go any further, Jordan Davis, who has been an absolute unmitigated bust, and nobody that's being honest can tell you that that's not the case.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
that's my point with Philadelphia.
To be a top 10
is that
pick?
You start saying these names and you go, "Oh, they were really good," except for the fact that they really haven't been. Philadelphia's hits are out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like there's a revisionist history that kind of got unveiled, that Howie Roseman is the smartest guy in NFL history, and he's just infallible forever. Except he's not, though.
Okay.
He has been the last handful of years.
Mm-hmm.
He has a great draft history the last handful of years. You forget that's part of this. So, yeah, you nailed it with Quinion Mitchell. You nailed it with Cooper DeJean. You nailed it with Jalen Carter. You nailed it with Devontae Smith. You nailed it with Landon Dickerson. Before that, there's a whole mess of Jalen Reagor, Andre Dillard, of Derek Barnett, Sidney Jones, Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
That still falls on you, too.
Sure.
But
doesn't that show that they're better at it now? And at least they've hit a honey hole here.
For sure.
Do they have an abject disaster of a valuable pick?
Not in the last handful of
recently.
Years,
right? Like I can't think of one. I understand what you're saying. That maybe maybe this is just a hot streak, and maybe it does end.
Look, everybody misses in the draft. I'm sorry.
Sure.
This is an absolute inevitable fact. I don't care how good you are. Even Ozzie Newsome missed on picks.
No doubt.
They've had a great, great run. But now be really honest about that. You nailed Mitchell. You nailed DeJean.
Mm-hmm.
We like Jalex Hunt. We think Jalex Hunt's going to be a really good player. He had a sack and a half last year. Everybody makes it sound like, Jalex Hunt was a stud. He had a sack and a half.
That's all right.
You're projecting here, and I get it, that you're giving Howie the benefit of the doubt. There's nothing else in that draft class. Absolutely, literally less than zero in the rest of that draft class. Jalen Carter, dog. Nolan Smith, situational pass rusher, but still very good.
Mm-hmm.
There's virtually nothing else in the rest of that class. Sidney Brown, that we can argue about if you want to argue about it. I don't really feel the urge to do so. And then you get Jordan Davis, who has not been particularly good. He's not infallible, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be a lot of rebuilding this roster. You add that in to the fact I don't buy into your coach that much, I don't buy into your quarterback that much, and you're $42 million into dead cap hit. That's how you get to 6. I'm still not pooing on you by any stretch of the imagination. That's not it. I feel like there are other teams. And I think it was Gambit Fan that said this. How dare you deride the coach and quarterback that I spent half of last year deriding? I think that's the point I'm trying to get here. Philadelphia went on a great run. The defense was special. They win a Super Bowl. You do remember that we were calling for the head of the quarterback and the coach halfway through last year.
Yes.
Everybody seems to be forgetting that. I'm not forgetting that.
Well, see, that was why we were calling for the heads, though, was that this team was good enough to win. And if you can't win with this team, then you can't win with any team. It was the same for both of them, for Nick Sirianni and for Jalen Hurts. And guess what? They did it. Now they did it. Now they're going to be expected to continue to do it. And now the pressure turns up even more for both of them. I understand your concerns. I think we all understand the concerns with the Philadelphia Eagles. Maybe we are just blinded to maybe Howie is infallible.
All right, ask yourself this question, and this is how I kind of – because I to be honest with you, I thought Philadelphia was a little too low. I would have if I was just doing it gut feeling,
yes,
I would have probably had Philadelphia 4 or 5.
Okay.
I don't know if I wouldn't have had them in front of the Chargers and probably the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
But then you think about it and go, how much different do you feel about Philadelphia if you take Saquon Barkley away? If all of a sudden now you're running Will Shipley, you still looking at that team the same way? Because I'm not.
No, it certainly would become a problem.
Well, in a 5-year projection, I have to do that because Saquon Barkley is going to be 34 years old by the end of this.
Right.
That's how they get here. It's not doing on Philadelphia this year. It's not doing on their chance to win another Super Bowl. It's none of those things. It's a 5-year projection.
Philadelphia has, I counted it up earlier, they have no less than 13 players on that defense that are 25 or younger that I personally believe in.
Oh, I almost want to challenge you on that list because I'm looking at their itemized by age roster, and I'll go ahead and tell you I can't get that high.
I have Davis, Carter.
The fact you believe in Jordan Davis makes my head hurt.
Of course. Why?
Because you're a homer and he's been a turd, and you don't seem to want to see that.
I mean, look, he hasn't been shoved into the spotlight yet, and maybe with the other tackles out of the way.
Yes, guys that were mediocre situational players, they often become full-time starters and get better.
You never know. It's all about rhythm, right?
Sure.
Nolan Smith, Jalex Hunt, Nakobe Dean, Quentin Mitchell.
Healthy.
Well, I mean, like I said, I personally believe I get why some wouldn't. Quentin Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Makuba, Smile Munden, Jahad Campbell, Keely Ringo, Jacorian Bennett, and Byron Young. Like, I like all of those guys. And they're all 25 or younger. I'm not saying they're superstars.
Do you just want to start barking and that they have a bunch of Georgia, but you just said Smile Munden with a straight face.
I like Smile Munden.
I'm sure you do.
What do you have against Smile Munden?
You also just threw in Jacorian Bennett.
He's a great
I was
motor
high
player.
on Jacorian Bennett, and I didn't even have it in my notes to mention his name in this to justify having them this high.
You don't think that he's a developmental player that could play a role on this team in 5 years?
Not really.
Okay.
You also said Keely Ringo that I believe in I believe in Sasquatch more than I believe in Keely Ringo.
Trust me, I understand why. I didn't say they were going to be superstars. I just said I was invested in them. And I like them personally.
By the way, the funniest part of that is you said all of those names, and at no point did you say Moro Ajomo, which should have, to me, been in the top 5 of names you just said.
I forgot about him.
It's also pretty easy to forget how young he is because he's been in the league for a minute.
Has he?
I think this is year 4. I think this is his 4th year.
He was drafted in 2023.
Yep, this is his 4th year. Or no, 3rd year. Sorry, I'm looking at the draft year and not. I'm doing the NBA thing where you push it a year ahead. My bad. This 3rd year.
Yes. No, I'm sorry. I forgot about the guy who had 6 tackles last year. Excuse me.
Well, he's a defensive tackle. Defensive tackles don't do that. Anyway, moving on.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. That's your top 6 so far of the future Power Rankings here on a Power Rankings Tuesday on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
I think you could have been more honest there if you had just said, Philadelphia has a lot of Georgia Bulldogs, and I like the Georgia Bulldogs.
When did I not say that?
That would have
Tonight, a few
that could have
showers,
saved
thunderstorms,
5 full
fog
minutes
late,
of conversation.
upper 60s. Wednesday, areas of fog in the morning, maybe a shower.
When did I not say that? I said
82.
I wish you had
Still
just started
threat for
barking
showers
over
on
any bit of
Thursday,
reason
over
that I
85.
had.
From the Weather
Nope.
Channel meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Audible.
I can, if you'd like.
Satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily
We have
Chu.
2
Start
super
listening
chats that we
free when you sign up for a 30-day trial
three
at
super chats that we
audible.com.
just completely
Moms and
glossed
dads,
over.
do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneaker.
I haven't even looked at the chat once today, or more than once.
It's sleek,
Yeah, you
secure,
probably
and your
should,
child
because
can't
we have
feel
3
or see
super
it.
chats that we
Then
need to do
you can
here.
check where your
We're
kids'
not.
shoes
I'm
are
assuming
on the
we're
Find
blowing
My
through
app.
outside
Plus,
and
there are
all that stuff.
No doubt.
Girls, get Find
We
My
usually
Skechers
do
at
on Power
Skechers.com,
Rankings
a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids shoes.
I mean, Soaring Eagle apparently wants you to tell the Ninja Warrior one.
Oh, could this vintage
Yeah, I'm gonna tell it
any
tomorrow.
cuter?
Right? And the best part, they accept Discover.
Or not
You
tomorrow,
should probably
Thursday.
tell it.
Sorry.
You should probably tell it if I have to do the super chat.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right.
You need to pay it off if that's the super chat.
Okay.
You're making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that
I'll
take
have to
credit
do it
cards
quick 'cause
nationwide.
we're already behind
Based
schedule.
on a February.
Who's shocked?
Exactly.
An app for picks, an app for playlists, even the app for scrolling endlessly at 2 a.m. But only one app.
Look, honestly, if we just have to list the bottom 5, I don't think anybody's going to care.
Nope.
Already have.
And
Except for
that's coming from a guy whose team's in the bottom 5.
Team tour in style at the Cultivate. And the 5 teams that don't have a chance in hell. It's the 16th at Cultivated Cocktails, 161 Charlotte Highway in Asheville. Enjoy their award-winning spirits, killer cocktails, and live music from TLQ Plus 2. Let's start the football season the only way we know how. Great drinks, great music, and great friends. Cultivated Cocktails, the official spirit of the Living the Dream Tour. And this time, we ride together. Go to livingthedreamtoo.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the chainsaw
Have you heard
brothers,
this story
come on,
about John
trust me,
Mateer?
Your family. We're good at what we do.
Yes.
Cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call
It is hilarious.
I don't know I don't know the details. I just saw
It is
that
hilarious how
apparently.
stupid college kids
See how
can
we
be.
treat our family.
Like,
Rain's
you
still
are
covered
going
up
to
with
a
storm
place
damage and
to
debris?
get smarter
Call us
in
about our
theory,
daily rates at
and
828-316-1013.
somehow you get dumber.
That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
The Sportsocracy.
That is some good, clean family fun there, eh, Kai?
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. It's a Power Rankings Tuesday. We got some super chats that we need to get to before we move on with the Power Rankings. And the first one, we apologize for taking a minute or 80 to get to these.
It didn't quite take 80, but it was in the 30-ish range.
It was a bit. Soaring Eagle had the first one of the day. He says he has an outside story that he sent to you, Jeremy. Apparently, it's about American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, you ever watch that show? It's where they have to climb walls and bounce off bouncy balls, and I actually really enjoyed it for a long period of time. Now I don't watch enough television to circle back. I was a guy last night, Joe Moravsky, I think is how you pronounce that.
All right.
He runs, he fails twice, and they come up to him and they're like, "Oh, how do you feel?" And he's just assuming. He's like, "I'm retiring from the sport." 10 minutes later, yeah, he advanced because everybody else failed. So about that retirement thing, you probably should have held off until you were mathematically eliminated.
Uh-huh.
There has not been a retirement that short since Tom Brady. Tom retired, and literally it came out of his mouth, and he went, "I don't like that I just said that."
Yes.
I wish I hadn't said that.
Not happy. Not happy about that. All right, we got another one.
Money from the money tree. Fall on me. Life's a lottery. Oh, 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 oh.
Sir I always know you're going to play that one for entirely too long. Sir Jimothy, with his daily falafel, Jerry Jones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Always nice. Always nice to have him chiming in on that one.
Oh, for sure.
All right, and then Kevin has one, I believe, somewhere.
Kyle Shanahan shouted shotgun, but realized he rented a limo because you sit in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And his question was, your favorite defense on paper heading into 2025, and why is it Seattle? Seattle's pretty high. My favorite defense on paper is Baltimore. Just because I'm looking at that going, if Mike Green is a fraction of what I think he is, they're going to be evil. I also really like the Chargers. They're a handful of teams I like a lot defensively. Mm-hmm. I'm trying not to be a crazy Jets fan. I like their defense pretty well, but Seattle's definitely up there pretty high. Yep. I know I have a higher belief in Seattle than a lot of the public does, and I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. I love their quarterback. I know their quarterback, and I'm good.
Money. Yes, I'm talking about money.
Curtis Davis says, yo, Jeremy, after crying over Rashawn, Chargers fans seem to believe that they'll move him to the right side and keep Joe Alt on the left. Thoughts about that?
That was when I saw that he was done for the year, I believe the first thing I said out loud was, and that's probably the last down of left tackle he'll ever play, because I think Joe Alt's going to go over there and be awesome.
Uh-huh.
And there is a thing of if a guy, and I'm not going to lie, I don't know which leg it is. There is because I think it's on the plant leg, which is on the left side. That would be his second injury to the left side. There is actual empirical evidence that shows sometimes moving a left tackle to the right who has had issues staying healthy on the left will allow them to kind of baby that. I do think that's how this will end up going. I think Rashawn Slater is going to end up playing on the right side.
Fair enough. And he says, return soon, King, RSK, in the super chat.
For sure. It is. I mean, it's very sad to see, Slater missing.
It's
this year.
awful.
A team that I think this highly of. It's sad for anybody, but it's really sad for a team that I think this highly of.
Absolutely, and especially if that's a team that you think gets to the AFC Championship game. They get to the AFC Championship game and just fall short. That becomes, what could they have been?
For sure.
Could they have gotten that extra yard that they needed to win it all? Could be a very sad case for the Los Angeles Chargers, but there again, it would be the greatest year that they've had ever. I'm trying to think back, like when have they had a better year?
I mean, they did go to a Super Bowl, so
I mean,
that didn't end well.
Yeah, but I mean exactly. It was we went to a Super Bowl, but we don't like to think about that time.
That was a less than awesome time.
We don't think about that time fondly. All right, you are in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, the Power Rankings Tuesday will kick into high gear when we come back. After the top of the hour, power ranking the NFL teams that have the brightest future over the next 5 years. We'll be right back.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Or
mountain weather forecast.
I'll be right back.
Rain chances continue as we get into the afternoon. Scattered showers around, thunderstorms. Sun could produce some downpours, gusty winds, close to 80 degrees. Tonight, a few showers, thunderstorms, fog late, upper 60s. Wednesday, areas of fog in the morning, maybe a shower or two. Better chance of a few showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, 82. Still a threat for showers and thunderstorms on Thursday, warmer, 85. From the Weather Channel meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Famous Footwear has the latest styles from all my favorite brands like Nike, Adidas, Crocs, Converse, New Balance, Birkenstock, and more. And with over 830 stores, Famous Footwear is always nearby with fit experts to make sure my new shoes fit my feet and mom's budget. She says the prices are like really good, so you don't have to overspend to make it famous. Right now, buy one pair of shoes, get one half off at your local Famous Footwear store. Some exclusions apply.
Ugh, kitchen ants, runaway roaches, a spider. A spider. A spider! Relax. Just use Zevo. Zevo insect killer sprays use a powerful blend of mint and rosemary to eliminate those pests and up to 20 other bug types. Plus, Zevo is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spray the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo. People friendly, bug deadly.
Need better sleep? This Labor Day weekend, upgrade to premium sleep at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. Let their sleep experts match you with the perfect bed and get the rest you deserve. They make sleep easy. Shop Mattress Firm's best sale of the year.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
You can't be stopped with Unstoppable's laundry scent boosters because they give your clothes 24-hour nonstop freshness. So even on your longest nonstop days, you'll be confident in smelling fresh all day long. Try now for as low as $5 and smell unstoppable.
Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue in Asheville has two things that all Sportsocracy fans crave: bold flavors and big portions. Oh, yeah, and they've got the balls. Bear's famous bear balls are packed with mac and cheese, pulled pork, cornbread, and deep fried and then topped with bacon and cheese sauce. This is the place to be. Live music on Saturdays and the first Sunday of every month. They partner with the Guitar Bar to host Mr. Jimmy's Barbecue Blues. Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue in downtown Asheville and South Asheville.
Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. Those everyday celebrations that bring a smile to our faces and joy to our hearts. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature, memorable moments with than family. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's
Tank, don't quote me on this, but I think the last time that Richmond Weaver ate a complex carbohydrate, the president was Barack Obama.
Which is the official
That's the
shuttle
clean
sponsor of
eatingest
the Live
dude
and
I've
Dream
ever
Tailgate
met in
Tour.
my life.
But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor
I knew there was a reason I didn't trust him.
reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach
I
makes
like
the
the
ride
Hillary.
part of them.
I don't trust a man with clean arteries.
None of the stress of parking or
Oh,
driving.
there's no doubt.
Appalachian Motor
He's
Coach
literally
gets you there
20 years
relaxed,
older than
on
me.
time, and
I
ready
will
for the
bet
party.
you
For more
his
information,
heart
visit them at
function is
AppalachianMotorCoach.com.
60% better than mine.
Appalachian Motor Coach. Start on the ride.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Looking to buy or sell in Asheville? At Clarissa Sells WNC with eXp Realty, we're proud to be the #1 real estate team in Buncombe County. Give us a call, 828-774-6343. We're here for what matters most, you.
From the Ingles Studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225CJ Candler, the #1 preset in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance at $1,000.
Now,
our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword Vegas to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard message and data rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Vegas to 200-200.
The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingles Studio.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. The Sportsocracy, heard everywhere you go around the world on the iHeartRadio app, seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. That way you can join us in the chat. You can join the House of Reprehensibles, support the program. You could super chat as well. Those go right to the top of the list. I mean, granted, it may take us a minute or two, but we're going to get to you. I promise. And if we don't, just remind us, and we'll get to you. We promise. We love you. We're sorry. It's not personal. It's just business.
Hey,
Right?
there's only two of us, and Tank's computer, I think, was built when the first Bush was president.
Yes.
And mine is doing a lot of stuff.
The real problem is my brain was made when Reagan was president, and it's full of Swiss cheese. Like, I just I don't know. I do. I forget. I don't look at it. I apologize. I'll try to do better. We welcome everyone into the program here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday. And the power ranking theme today is the future of the NFL. What teams are best set up to, rule the NFL over the next 5 years or become the big powerhouses of the NFL over the next 5 years. Baltimore was one, according to Jeremy's super intricate ranking system.
We call it the Mr. Wizard formula.
Yes, taking into account all of the things, draft capital and cap space and dead cap hits and all of those things, along with roster age and whether you got a quarterback and how's your front office, all those things factored in here.
Oh, and by the way, I should point out, so I'm putting the points in the chat that each team had.
Yeah.
Philadelphia was dinged 20 points. Based on dead cap space, that would have put them 2 if I had not factored that in.
Yes.
So if you think I put too much of a lean on that, they would have been 2 without it. So
the chat is about to riot. The Eagles fans are very upset with Jeremy because Philadelphia somehow dropped to 6 on this list, behind Houston at 2, the L.A. Rams and the L.A. Chargers at 3 and 4. The Seattle Seahawks at 5, and the Philadelphia Eagles down at 6. Anyhow, it is what it is. You don't have to agree with his rankings. He is crazy.
I'm crazy.
They were in my top 3. My top 3 was Baltimore, Houston, and Philadelphia. Not in that order. Philly was my 1. Obviously, the Bird Dogs, we're past that. You want to find that little rant You can go back to the last hour. We got to pick up the pace here because we only got through 6 teams in the first hour.
That's fine. There's only 16 teams that matter. So, frankly,
True.
the last
Very
hour
true.
could just be me and you going full Chris Farley. Hey, I don't believe in the Tennessee Titans because they're not awesome.
Thank you, Gambit fan. Gambit fan says I will be safe when the Philly riots begin. Let's go. At number 7 in the future power rankings,
the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right. A lot of that obviously resting on Patrick Mahomes' shoulders.
Yes, Pat's my number 2 quarterback in the league. Andy helped you, obviously, because he's up there really high. But he wasn't as high as you would think because of his age.
Yes. Have to factor that in. Most definitely.
Kansas City's also, look, they've been a superior drafting team over the last 10, 15 years. They have no cap space. They are obliterated against the salary cap. I don't remember how over they are, but it's a lot. That did not do you any favors because that is weighted. I'm trying to get the answer to that right now, but of course.
The ranking here did not shock me at all. In fact, if I were to be shocked at all by this, is the fact that they would still be this high. Patrick Mahomes accounts for a lot, but when you look to the next 5 years of this team, what definitively can you say about them?
Trent McDuffie's a dog.
Right,
I can say that.
Okay, other than Patrick Mahomes is our quarterback, and Creed Humphrey is our center, and maybe Trent McDuffie is our left corner or whatever. What else past that is not a question mark to some point?
Very little.
Right, the weapons are all question marks. The coach is a question mark. Because we love Andy, but we don't know how long Andy wants to do this anymore. Obviously, his top, target or historic top target in Travis Kelce, he's off in La La Land, and he'll be gone real soon. I don't know that there's a whole lot about this team that is static for the future, other than Patrick. Did you find your whatever you were looking for?
The Chiefs are $61 million over the cap next year. Okay. The bottom 5 team or bottom 6 teams in the NFL in cap space. The Vikings are $65.6 or $65.8 million over the cap. The Chiefs are 61. The Lions are 43. The Cleveland Browns are 36.4. It's bad when you're over the cap and still have the worst roster in the NFL.
And you're terrible.
That's bad. Okay. That's like saying, I bought this Kia and I only spent $74,000. You boo-booed a lot. Like a whole mess. That car's worth $87.
Okay. All right. We ready to move on to number 8?
Yes.
Number 8.
There it is. I was like, we're going to get there eventually. The Washington Commanders.
Okay. Best thing they could have possibly done was take Jaden Daniels in the
Man,
draft.
it really helps when you got – because I have Jaden Daniels at 5. And I'll be honest with you, I was trying to find a way to get him higher.
Right.
I just couldn't. They have a ton of cap space next year.
Mm-hmm.
And it does – I think the roster is good. There is part of me that thinks we're overvaluing where Washington is.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say that they're going to have another like a Houston year from last year. I think Washington's very safe to make the playoffs. Where it goes from there is up to the coaching staff and the leadership of the quarterback. Mm-hmm. I need Terry McLaurin in the building. I need it right now. Adam Peters, could you get on that, please? Because it's giving me the angina. because I am heavily invested in this Washington team.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think anybody should be shocked to see Washington at 8.
No. The future's very, very bright with Jaden Daniels.
Oh, their future's so bright they have to wear shades.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
ESPN, I found this ranking that they did that was of the 25 and under rosters in the NFL. And part of the analysis was that the Washington Commanders had the third best 25 and under roster. I don't think I agree with that because I look at it and go, okay, a lot of that's Jaden Daniels, but I just don't know if, like the guys that were highlighted here, Josh Connerly Jr.
Dog.
Okay, could be. We're not, got
Dog.
high hopes. Ben Sinnott.
Less dog.
Right. Luke McCaffrey.
Not a dog.
Doesn't do anything for me. Mikey Sainer still?
Dog.
Yes. Jerzon Newton?
Big dog.
I mean, I get that. I just don't know that that's – I don't know that stacks up there with other young I feel like the Lions have a better young roster than that.
You forgot one young guy that they took in the second round this year that I'm real high on.
Which one?
The cornerback out of Ole Miss.
Trey Amos?
Mean dog.
Yeah. Mean dog? Is that what you're calling him?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I've been hearing good things out of camp.
You should be, because he's been real good.
Uh-huh. I get it. All right. A lot of hope in Jaden Daniels, as there should be. Number 9.
I feel like this one's going to shock some people. It's the New England Patriots.
Okay.
I know that sounds insane. Until you realize, man, I really like your quarterback. And, man, I really like your coach. And, man, I really like your defense. All of them are younger than you think.
Okay. Now, are you at that stage, or should we all be at the stage of, I really like your quarterback? I mean, has Drake really proven that he is among the next class of quality starters in this league?
All right, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Of quarterbacks that could be considered young, and you tell me what you consider the line of that. How many young quarterbacks would you take? And I'm not saying has he proven anything. I'm talking about projection.
Yeah, who would you put your confidence in?
Who would you take over him?
Yeah. I mean, Jaden's probably the only one.
Jaden and C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud, yeah.
That's
CJ's
the two.
Still 24.
I mean, that's the two. And honestly, I can't even legitimately look at a quarterback and tell you one that's younger than.
Yeah, I can't either.
They're just not there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's certainly gonna.
I mean, I hope
boost
he's.
you.
I hope he's that good.
I do too.
I'm holding him at arm's length. I'm just holding, like I've embraced several North Carolina quarterbacks before, hoping that they were going to do something in the pros. And Drake's just one of those that I'm emotionally holding out at arm's length, going, God, just pay off, please be good. But he's very good. I like him.
Gambit thinks I'm overvaluing all three of those. Mike Vrabel took a turd in a punch bowl to the playoffs twice, with Ryan Tannehill playing quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
The defense, I will agree to disagree on that one, because I don't see how anybody looks at that defense and doesn't go, oh, that's not going to be fun.
Oh, they're going to be.
And if Travion, and look, I'm not trying to overvalue one preseason game. If they can run even a fraction of what they did in that first preseason game, it takes a lot of onus off Drake May.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know they're going to run the ball, right? We know that there's going to be a good element of that in the Josh McDaniels offense. It's this. I don't know. I feel like the hiring of Mike Vrabel was so perfect.
Agreed.
For the moment, right, and for the team that they already had in place. And then they went, okay, well, we're just going to go get a whole bunch of Vrabel guys, and we're going to go out there and bust faces. And now we've added a young quarterback to it. We've added a weapon to it. It's molding together quite nicely for New England.
For sure.
So New England is number 9.
Let's do one more here, just to in the onus of time.
Yep. Rounding out the top 10.
The Detroit Lions. And sorry, Tank, I had a mathematical error that I noticed.
Okay.
They switched with the one that was – they were 11. They went to 10. The one that was at 10 went to 11.
Ah, okay.
Detroit's a really good drafting team that has an older quarterback that I'm in like, not love with.
Mm-hmm. But one that's not going anywhere in 5
Correct.
years.
I know exactly what they're going to have. So when you look at Detroit and you go across it, really the thing that's killing them, they don't have any draft capital and they don't have any cap space. They're up against it. They're in the top 10 of every other category. What gets them is you did kind of mortgage some of the future because they're 30th in draft capital. And they're way over the cap.
Mm-hmm.
I know you can move some of those things around. You can kick the can down the road. I think 10's about where Detroit belongs. Mm-hmm. Not because I don't think they're a good team, but because you're going to have to – there's some cap calisthenics that leave this kind of open-ended. When you're $40-some-odd million over the cap, somebody's going away. The question is, who is it? The other question is, how many of these young guys have you hit on? Is Tyleik Williams going to be the run stuffer you want him to be? Is Isaac Tesla going to end up being the legit 3 that you want him to be? Have you figured it out with the corners? Because I think you have 10,000 of them on this roster. They just have some questions that – oh, Tank disappeared. Now we have 2 of me. That was very off-putting. Detroit's an interesting team, and I think 10's roughly where they belong.
I can agree with that. However, I think if we're just doing the talent list and just the young talent list, Detroit's got to be top 5.
Well, Detroit had the 3rd best roster in the NFL for me, if that tells you anything. And
All
that's
right,
roster minus quarterback, so that's 2 to 53.
Yeah, that kind of answers it for me. Detroit loaded with talent, and you can kick that can down the road more than 5 years.
Not where they're at, you can't.
Really?
That's actually part of this, is that with where they're at, that's going to catch up to you within the next 5 years. The question is where, and I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
If you draft really well, you might make it to year 5, but you're going to get caught here at some point. Mm-hmm. And you got to start paying these guys. Because that's another and this is one of those catch-22 things. When you draft really well, just think about the guys that they have coming up they're going to have to pay. Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, Brian Branch. That's 3 that are going to be top 5 at their position.
Yes.
Yep, that gets real expensive real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't elaborate on anybody. That was just the highest of the high side.
Detroit Lions coming in at number 10 on the future power rankings here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. We'll be right back.
Every game matters, so don't.
All right, we're clear.
Let me guess, your computer died?
Back in the standings.
Curveball swung.
Oh, of course.
Deep left field. Gone! Ronald Acuna Jr. 5-1 Atlanta.
Join us for Atlanta
I'm putting
Braves
my
baseball
iHeart
all
laptop
season
in my
on
bag.
Asheville's #1
Remind
sports
me
station,
tomorrow when I get
ESPN
there.
Asheville.
Our coverage of the Braves
We'll do
brought to you
whatever we
by
gotta
Parks
do,
Ford
and
of
you can have this
Hendersonville, home of the Park.
'Cause I don't need
Ford. The biggest problem is if you can keep me from kicking the cord out of it, so the battery just dies.
I'll wire I'll wire your charger in there because I have a charger.
Second chance by supporting
And I'll run it through the
Animal
rack.
Rescue. Search the Great Bear Rescue to
Oh, that could work, I guess.
They could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
There's not a
Like,
wire
check
on
you
my
have your phone
desk if that
first,
tells you anything.
before the cab pulls away.
Hey, thanks, man. No,
They did also give me a desk that has like 7
It's my boarding
portholes.
pass.
I was gonna say, it's built that way.
It's
Yes,
smart.
for sure.
I got a solid Formica desk here. It's not easy to do that.
There's portholes in that desk though.
Yeah.
Just one of them's under the board. And one of them's on my side.
I was gonna say, and they already have 400 cords running through them all.
And fun. Catch the best professional 3
Remind me,
in the world live every
I
weekend
can't do
on
anything about it
CBS and
tomorrow
Fox.
because I'm coming straight from here to up there.
countdown to the
Remind me, and I'll
NFL
bring a
season
power
is on.
strip
Will
in
the
there, and we
pants
can
are popping
move
and
stuff
candy.
around to fix that.
Word.
And with iHeart, the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network.
Jim Harbaugh, how you feeling?
Oh, so excited. It's the start of the year.
Shows like NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal.
We are going to go through the best position battles of the 2025 training camp.
Breakouts, holdouts, and fantasy sleepers. Be the first to know. Search NFL and find your next preset now.
It's time to discover the convenience and time savings of contact-free pickup with Ingles Curbside. Just visit shop.ingles-markets.com or download the app. And your Ingles personal shopper gets to work with specialized training on how to select the freshest items for a pre-scheduled pickup. They'll even text you with updates. You pull up to a designated space and your personal shopper delivers your items right to your vehicle. Fresh, fast, and affordable. It's all in the bag. Ingles. Low prices. Love the savings.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives
How long
with
do
every
I have here,
interaction.
Tank?
This is JW, General Manager.
1 minute.
10-4.
Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
Looking to buy or sell in Asheville? At Clarissa Sells WNC with eXp Realty, we're proud to be the #1 real estate team in Buncombe County. Give us a call, 828-774-6343. We're here for what matters most, you.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
The Sportsocracy.
Why are you smiling? Because I love football.
It is ESPN Asheville, the Sportsocracy, coming to you live from the Ingles studios. One in Asheville, and then one in Greenville. We got the Mullet Man on location down at the iHeart Studios in Greenville, South Carolina.
It's always funny the looks I get from people that have no idea who I am. Because if you don't work in sports, you really don't know who I am.
Right.
Beth Bradley saw me in the hall, and there was a look of, why is there a homeless person in our? I don't.
Who's this guy and why?
Should
is he
we
trying to
ask
hurt
this
me?
man if he needs $5 because he looks like he needs $5?
And he does, by the way. He
No
does
doubt.
need $5.
I mean, I'll take it.
We'll
I would
take,
prefer you to not throw it in my coffee cup because I'm not panhandling. That had coffee in it. But
We will take all the super chats on the YouTube because just for $5 a day, you too can support a drinking habit. So, I thought that was really sincere.
That was fantastic.
We were.
I loved every bit of it.
Oh, speaking of, real quick, I have had one thing on my mind for the last few days, and I can't get it out of my head. It's balls. The wieners got all the love at the big wiener party down at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue, and all I can think about is how the balls got shafted through this whole process. It's really sad because bear balls are one of the greatest inventions on the entire planet. And I actually had some at the party, at the big wiener party. And my dad may have created something even greater than the bear ball itself. He took one of the hot dogs and he put it inside the bear ball. And then as I thought about it, I went, wait a minute. Mac and cheese, cornbread, pulled pork, that could all be formed around a dog and made into one of the greatest corn dogs you've ever had. And now I can't stop thinking about the ball dog. We have to get Megan on board with this. Great ideas come to me sometimes, and I can't explain it. But I share my genius with you all.
They almost always involve food too. I'm sure that's just an accident.
Which is really, really a detriment to my to my Flex account, my health savings account. My cardiologist is not my biggest fan, but I am a huge fan of the balls, and you should be too. At Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue, 135 Cox Avenue. Go down there and check them out. Have you some lunch, have you some dinner. Take it home to the family. They also got a location in South Asheville inside Sweeten Creek Brewing.
And when you do, tell them that the fat guys from the Sportsocracy sent you.
No doubt.
Because they make note of that, and we appreciate it.
Yep. BearsBBQ.com. All right, we are at number 11 on the Power Ranking Tuesday here. The top teams with the best future over the next 5 years in the NFL. We left off at the Detroit Lions at 10. Who's just outside the top 10?
This one shocked me because they have no quarterback, but the coach is up there pretty high. They have a ton of draft capital next year, and they're never killed against the cap. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this one might be the proof positive of the formula is not necessarily
broken.
Oh, no, it's not broken because I think that's about right. Maybe a little high. But
well, if you consider that there are 14 teams that get into the playoffs and they're always one of them, then okay.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I think you put the Steelers at where their high water mark is, that they finish 11th in the NFL. But I think their floor is about 15.
Yep.
Jackass said this is where Tanner McKee would be such an interesting trade location. If the Pittsburgh Steelers wound up with Tanner McKee, they'd be in the top 6. And that's just solely because their quarterback goes from 32 to 19.
Right. Aaron Rodgers. Yikes.
Have you seen the video of him going through the agility drill?
Yes.
He's the first player in the history of an agility drill to score a not applicable. There was no agility in what he just did.
No agility. I mean, it really was much worse than Ben Roethlisberger. Remember when he had there's the video of him just throwing the dummies around. He's supposed to be dodging them, and he's just knocking them out of the way. That was worse.
I can say Aaron Rodgers is officially the first player I've ever seen that I would say he has the agility of a dry cough.
Mm-hmm. Pittsburgh Steelers coming in at 11. Number 12.
Dana R. said, if you had to put all your money on one team to go 9-8, why would it be anyone but the Pittsburgh Steelers? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Number 12 is the Buffalo Bills. Go ahead and say it. I know what you're getting ready to say, and I will tell you why it is this way very quickly.
But they have Josh Allen.
They do. They have my number one quarterback on the list. Their head coach lives in what I call the Sirianni territory.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the big problem. They broke. This whole James Cook thing, we keep talking about why are they not just getting a deal done with him? Because they're crushed against the cap for a long time. You mix that into not having a ton of draft capital and not being the best drafting team.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't have Josh Allen, and I want you to really think about this before you answer, if Josh Allen got, I don't know, a hair in his keister and decided he was going to go retire and, I don't know, be a spritzer for Kathy Bates OnlyFans, where would you put the Buffalo Bills in the NFL?
I would probably say about 22nd.
It wouldn't be high. It would be very, very, very low.
Yes. There is not a lot to trust outside of Josh Allen. I can't point to, that offensive line cornerstone, right? The defensive cornerstone. Is it Greg Rousseau? Is he the building block for the future?
I would have Rousseau up there pretty high. I like Rousseau.
Sure.
And you know that. I like Rousseau a lot.
But I'm saying anything that I can trust on this roster outside of Josh Allen, for me, goes Greg Rousseau, Dalton Kincaid, Christian Benford? You're telling me that those are your building blocks for the future?
Uh-huh.
I'm not excited. I'm not excited. And if the money's bad, then I get it. I think you were expecting me to say, but how are they so low on this list? And honestly, it makes sense to me. Because going through this, I thought, well, Buffalo's got to be pretty high on this list. I don't think they are. The future's not so bright. It's only because you have Josh Allen that you have a future.
Well, look, the Bills are the same team that over the last I'll go all the way back to when they drafted Josh Allen. This is the list of first pick in the draft for them since they took Josh Allen in reverse. Mm-hmm. Ed Oliver, who's good. A.J. Epinesa, who's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Greg Rousseau, who I like. Kyer Elam, who I'm pretty sure made my breakfast this morning. I think he worked at Sully Steamers and made me my Dalton Kincaid, who's he's good. I like Keon Coleman, and then Maxwell Harrison. Somebody had to get catfished. Might as well be you. There's not a lot of impressive there.
Right. Buffalo Bills coming in at number 12. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. It is a Power Ranking Tuesday. We roll on after the break.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Your mountain weather forecast.
Great chances continue
I'm having
as
lunch
we get
at
into
my
the afternoon.
favorite
Scattered
place
showers
in
around,
the world.
thunderstorms. Sun could produce some downpours, gusty winds, close to 80 degrees.
Did anybody have the balls get shafted on their bingo card today?
A shower or two.
You know what's really funny
showers and thunderstorms
is
in the
that
afternoon.
when you said there's been something on my mind
yeah.
85.
for the last few days, it took everything in my power to not
eBay.
go,
Swapping out your tires.
And I
There's
swear to
nothing
you, I
like it.
bit my
With
tongue
eBay, you
of it almost
you're
came
looking
out
for
of my
from
mouth. And then you went down this Bears
at the
balls
prices
thing,
you'll love.
and
eBay.
I couldn't stop
Things
giggling.
people.
That's why I love your brain.
You said it, and I went, damn, did I say that out loud? I didn't mean to say it out loud. I meant to think
Anyone
that.
see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications.
There's
for
a little
COVID
deli
exist.
down the
If you
street
test
from here
positive this
that
summer,
has.
Ask your doctor if they're right for you.
Have you ever had
Visit
Russian salad dressing?
PfizerOral.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
That's just Thousand Island without pickles, ain't it?
No, it's not quite that simple. It's the same base as Thousand Island, but it's a little
My Skechers.
zingier, I'll say.
Zingier, okay.
They make a spicy Russian dressing that they put on sandwiches and salads. I would drink it
my app. Plus, they're available
out
for
of a
boys
hobo's
and
boot.
Get your store near you.
Would you lick it off his rock?
Their tags sold separately.
I'd consider it.
Live breaking news, live play-by-play, endless music, and podcasts just for you. It's the free iHeartRadio app. Radio your way. Join the millions who already have it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Buying or
I
selling
got
a home
awakened
doesn't have to be
by
stressful.
the pitter-patter
Like me, Clarissa Marshall
of
with
young
EXP
feet
Realty,
this morning
your local real estate expert,
over
guide
my
you
head,
every step
and
of the
I'm
way.
not going to
Whether
lie
you're
to you.
searching for your dream
I've
home,
hit
looking to sell
134
quickly,
like,
or exploring
I'm
investment
done.
opportunities.
This day's over.
The best deal possible. Call me, Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty at 828-774-63.
I am quite delirious at this point.
I'm your trusted realtor. I'm making
I
moves
slept
and making dreams
so
come
hard,
true.
too, for the 4 hours
in
I was
Asheville
asleep.
has two things that all Sportsocracy fans crave.
Oh, God, remember I told you I got like 3 hours sleep Sunday night?
Yeah.
Bears' famous bear ball.
Last night.
No, I died. Because I went over to the joint and finally was like, I have to get my back adjusted to try to pop this hip.
They partner.
And he did, and I got like the best night's sleep I've had in a long time.
Downtown Asheville and South Asheville. We're kicking off the Living the Dream Tour in style at the Cultivated Kickoff Party. Join us at 6 Saturday night, August the 16th at Cultivated Cocktails, 161 Charlotte Highway
leave the television
in Asheville.
up 'cause
Enjoy
Amy's
their
not
award-winning
here. She
spirits,
can't
killer
sleep if the
cocktails,
TV's
and
on.
live music from
And I
TLQ
sleep
Plus 2.
so much
Let's
better when
start
the
the
TV's
football
on.
season the only way we know how. Great
I
drinks,
left
great
that
music,
bastard
and great
blaring.
friends. Cultivated Cocktails of the Living the Dream Tour, and this time we ride together. Go to livingthedreamtoo.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Why are you smiling? Because I love football.
We're here back at the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Stephen Tao. You know what? Just because Stephen Tao is 7 foot tall, he said, I went and got my back adjusted yesterday, so I'm feeling much better. We were talking about this during the break on the YouTube channel, and I feel so much better. But Stephen Tao says Tank got his back adjusted, and he's still short. Would you stop?
Did you see the text from Chris Womack?
I did not.
He said, I know I'm the low man on the totem pole, but if I have one veto vote in a year, it's ending the phallic discussions. Look, you're getting no pushback from me.
They said run with it. I ran.
They said run with it, but the party was Saturday, and you're still talking about it, which makes me wonder if maybe it's just a Tank thing and not a them thing. Tank, are you trying to tell us something without telling us something? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Just trying to get my fill, Power Rankings Tuesday here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. The future Power Rankings. Number 13.
The Denver Broncos. And this, boys and girls, is how drafting the wrong quarterback can affect your ranking. Because without you looking, and I know you have the sheet, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say you probably didn't look far enough down to see this. Where do you think the Broncos 2 to 53 roster finished in my rankings?
2.
It wasn't quite that high because you had Baltimore, Philadelphia, and Detroit that were ahead of them, but they were 4.
4, okay.
They were 4. Now, their quarterback, on the other hand, is at 20 for me. And before anybody said, but you're just too hard on Bo Nix, would you have him above 20? Really? I have him ahead of Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy, Jackson Dart, Tua Tagovailoa. I think I'm exactly right.
Okay.
but that 20 really hurts them. Coaches up there high, their draft history is not awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it also helps that it hurts their draft history that they've drafted like 11 quarterbacks, and I don't think anybody's like 9 of them.
Is this mission accomplished for Sean Payton?
What do you mean?
Can we say he's turned the franchise around?
That's a longer discussion for another day.
It is. Okay. All right. We're still on the fence.
No, it's not that I'm on the fence. Is that I think you're giving
a definitive yes.
I think you're giving the credit to the wrong people.
Okay. What do you mean?
Somebody make a note of that, because I would, but right now I have no paper and a lot of desk. So unless I'm going to go 14-year-old girl and carve it in the desk,
we'll get into it on Thursday.
I think that's a good Threadbare Thursday discussion, because I'm not as down on the Denver Broncos as everybody thinks I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not. It's just mystifying to me sometimes that. It's mystifying to me where the credit goes, and then the one that we just give no credit to whatsoever.
Interesting.
And that, boys and girls, is called a tease.
That is a heck of a tease. Because when I look at the Denver Broncos, I think maybe it is mission accomplished. Because somehow, over the last few years since Sean Payton got there, this team, we went from laughing at them to, look what he's trying to do, into, oh, wait a minute, there's not a real hole on this team at all.
Oh, no, there's several holes. We're going to talk about that Thursday.
This roster is pretty buttoned up.
The roster is really good. It's really good defensively.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it. I'll give you a mission statement without giving you the argument. If Bo Nix doesn't take a step forward this year, I'm going to look at you and go, you don't have a whole lot of excuses.
Mm-hmm. All right, number 14.
The Cincinnati Bengals. This, to me, is probably was the hardest team. It seemed like every time I had to actually rank something that it wasn't just, this is a fact. They have the 20th cap space in the league or whatever it was. Cincinnati was the hardest team for me to place. And you know what burns Cincinnati? Like, why would you say they're this low?
Because they're thin when it comes to anything outside of the 3 players that they're spending money on.
The roster for Cincinnati came in 13th. I think it was 13th.
Mm-hmm.
The one that burned them was the coach. Where would you have him? If you were looking at this all-inclusive for the next 5 years, where would you have Zach Taylor?
Somewhere in the 20s.
Can you have him ahead of Liam Cohen?
No.
I agree. Can you have him ahead of Aaron Glenn?
No.
Can you have him ahead of Dave Canales?
No.
Can you have him ahead of Kellen Moore?
No.
Can you have him ahead of Shane Steichen?
Mm-mm.
See, maybe you see my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look at Zach Taylor and go, you don't really have anything because you're an offensive coach with an offensive team that has invested an absurd amount of capital into the 2 problems that you have, which is the offensive line and the defense. And neither one of them are getting better. I think Zach Taylor is probably – the Cincinnati Bengals are the best team that I don't see a path they have the same head coach 5 years from now that they do right now.
Yeah.
We have a super chat about the Cincinnati Bengals.
He's got to win a Super Bowl to do it.
I don't know that he has to win a Super Bowl. He has to have success in the postseason.
Mm-hmm. What did you just say?
I said we have a Zach Taylor super chat.
A Zach Taylor super chat. All right, hang on. Zach Taylor. He gets special music.
Money, 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 plenty of money. Give me loads of money, a lot of dough.
Steven Tao, Zach Taylor is useless or is as useless as the G in lasagna.
I've always wondered, why is there a G in lasagna? It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
I don't know. Why is there one in bologna? Why is there
also a good question?
Why is there no E?
Actually, better question, why is there bologna? Like, you could have taken out several words there, and we'd have been fine. It's just a cold hot dog on gross. It's gross.
So good. You don't know what you're missing.
No, if you fry it, then it's a hot dog. Just eat a hot dog, Dale.
It still baffles me that he draws the line at the shape of the meat. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, never mind. No good can come from what I was going to say. Let's just move on.
I'll follow up with what you asked me. Is there something you want to tell us?
It's not the shape of a hot dog. It's the temperature. Oh, but you could fry it. Then why don't I just eat a hot dog and slather it with ketchup? Duh.
Number 15.
The Arizona Cardinals. We're officially into that tier of this could go either way. And I think it started with either Denver or Cincinnati, and I can't quite put my finger on which one it is.
I'll agree. I was trying to decide myself, and I couldn't decide which one. I think we'll say Denver. It has to start there.
All right, so Red Sea said, good God, finally. All right, I want you to be just as honest as you can be. Take Pittsburgh out because I know where you're going to go with that they don't have a quarterback. You're not going to get any disagreement from me there. It's my formula, and even that one I looked at and went, What team that I have Arizona behind would you have them in front of? One of them, the team closest to you has Joe freaking Burrow as their quarterback. Denver has the best defense in the NFL. And you just keep going up the list. I like Arizona, and I can't disagree with this. Mm-hmm. Because if you told me that somehow this went the wrong way, would you be shocked? I don't think it's going to, but would you be shocked?
No.
I wouldn't either. That the defense doesn't improve the way we think it should. And I don't even know how it would happen. But I feel the same way about Cincinnati that I do with Arizona. I like what you've done, but there's something that's precluding me from having the faith. And I think part of it's just ownership. The logo on your helmet.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
it just ownership. Is. Yeah, I have to take into account that I don't trust your ownership.
Now, Red Sea has a good point that if it does go the wrong way, boom, we have a new quarterback next year. But then you get into dead cap, and you get into what it's going to cost to get that quarterback, and who is that quarterback going to be, and that's the up in the air that I can't have it any higher.
Right, it doesn't just solve itself. It doesn't.
I feel like the top 13, I look at and go, to some shape, form, or fashion, you are established entities that I go, I think there's a basement of how bad this can go. Mm-hmm. There's not really necessarily a ceiling, and I don't think there's a ceiling to how well it could go for Arizona and Cincinnati. If you told me everything went the right way over the next 3 years and they played in the Super Bowl 4 years from now, I can get there in my own head. I mean, it's obviously a lot of hypotheticals, but I got there. I can't do that with many teams that are below them. But this is a tier that I feel like the team at 14, 15, and 16, you all three fall into the exact same category for me. Of it could go really well. Mm-hmm. I could also see a path that it didn't go so well.
But it can go well to a certain point. You get to 9 and 8, 10 and 7 territory, and you flatline. What have you accomplished, really? That's where I get to with Arizona. Of how long does that is that allowed to last? Because the ownership at some point will do what bad owners do. They get impatient, they try to get something better, and then you might be right back in the same death spiral that you've been in. There is uncertainty there. Despite the fact that, as you said, Jeremy, I'm with you. I like this team. I like
this team, and I'll be honest with you, I like Jonathan Gannon. I get flack
well.
every single time I talk about liking him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good defensive coach, and this is one of the rare teams that I think needed a defensive coach.
Mm-hmm.
A guy that can have his hands on the defense. Because last year, that was the problem. You need Marvin Harrison Jr. to take the step forward. I'm not worried it's going to happen. I did find I was strolling through our social media the other day, and I found a video that we did about the receiver class last year of how this will go down as the best receiver class of all time. It was 3 months before the draft, and I didn't even mention Brian Thomas Jr. And I went, every word of that wound up being really accurate.
I feel like this is a spot that should be celebrated.
I do too.
Right. Don't be mad. Don't be angry that you're sitting at 15.
Because 3 years ago you'd been 25.
Bingo. You've climbed the ladder to this point, and you're on the rise. And if it keeps going the right way.
And by the way, this is a way harder list to climb than just a standard power ranking, because I have to have belief in you from the top to the bottom. Because I got to believe in the front office, your ability to draft, the head coach, the quarterback. This is a slower climb, and Arizona has climbed, I think, pretty significantly.
Yep. Agreed. It's not a slight ranking by any means.
Not at all.
Number 16,
the Minnesota Vikings.
Ah, yes. Old J.J. McCarthy. It's not looking good. I'm not feeling excited about this. I'm having a hard time seeing how Minnesota fans can feel any kind of security about going into this season right now. What do you feel about their future for the next 5 years?
Well, Minnesota's just got a lot of variables that are kind of hard to – I like Kevin O'Connell. I'm in like with him, not love. Seems like everybody in the national media is in love with him because they think he made Sam Darnold, which I don't agree with. But you got a lot of variables here. If you take Brian Flores away from that defense, that's not going to be easy to replace.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is kind of specific to Flores. And it's not hard for me to draw the line that, the San Francisco 49er theory. You lose Saleh, you lose D'Amico Ryans, and then all of a sudden the defense just falls off the ocean. I could see that in Minnesota. I have no faith in your quarterback whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get into they're not super high in draft capital. They're not super high in cap space. And it's hard for me to find something with Minnesota where I go, this is the infallible thing that they're going to do well.
Mm-hmm. Do you think I mean, I know he's under contract and all. But do you not think that there is a possibility that we get down the path somewhere where Justin Jefferson's not on this team anymore? Because I feel like I could. If this J.J. McCarthy thing goes as badly as it can or has obviously gone in Jeremy's mind in prognosticating the future, then what's to stop there from being somebody come get Justin Jefferson because he doesn't want to be here anymore? Because if it does fall apart, as you said, right, if the defense is not number one anymore, and you don't have the quarterback, then do you expect Justin Jefferson to hang around and be a Minnesota Viking forever?
The dead money is the dead money is prohibitive until after 27. And by the time you get to 27, he's 30 years old. So I didn't go down that bunny hole.
Right.
I did go down the bunny hole of this feels to me like we're giving Kevin O'Connell way too much credit. We're just chalking this up that he can do it with any quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Minnesota's one of those teams that I feel like it's kind of a house of cards. And all that has to happen is one card out of the bottom comes out, and then you just got 52 cards laying on the table.
Right.
And that linchpin is Brian Flores. I did not think I would be saying that 2 years ago, but here we are.
Here we are. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400 bottom half of the league coming up after the top of the hour here on a Power Rankings Tuesday, looking at the futures of every team in the NFL for the next 5 years.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Mountain weather forecast.
Rain chances continue as we get into the afternoon. Scattered showers around, thunderstorms. Sun can produce some downpours, gusty winds, close to 80 degrees. Tonight, a few showers, thunderstorms, fog late, upper 60s. Wednesday, areas of fog in the morning, maybe a shower or two. Better chance of a few showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, 82. Still threat for showers and thunderstorms on Thursday, warmer, 85. From the Weather Channel meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Crispy chicken's better in a Taco Bell taco, or burrito, or both. Try Taco Bell's new crispy chicken taco and or burrito today at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only. Contact store for availability.
For more information about contests on this station, go to ESPNAVL.com.
You want to see basketball played the way it's supposed to be? Well, check out Ice Cube's Big Three all summer long. Fast, physical, and fun. Catch the best professional 3-on-3 players in the world live every weekend on CBS and Vice.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Mark Starling, and this Medical Minute is brought to you by Harris Regional Hospital. July is UV Safety Month, and at Harris Regional Hospital, we want to help you stay safe in the sun. With hot sunny days and outdoor fun in full swing, it's more important than ever to protect yourself from harmful.
Step up on that microphone. Sound off like you got a fair, son.
Too much of it can cause painful sunburns, premature aging, eye damage, and even skin cancer, the most common cancer in the U.S. The good news, it's all preventable. Here are 5 simple ways to protect yourself. Seek shade, especially between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Wear protective clothing, hats, and sunglasses. Use SPF.
I don't know why he insists on producing things without me.
Check before heading out. And be aware that some medications can increase your sun sensitivity. These small steps can make a big difference. Your skin and your future self will thank you. Visit myharrisregional.com to learn more.
Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. Those everyday celebrations that bring a smile to our faces and joy to our hearts. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature memorable moments with than family. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment, committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
We're kicking off the Living the Dream Tour in style at the Cultivated Kickoff Party. Join us at 6 Saturday night, August the 16th at Cultivated Cocktails, 161 Charlotte Highway in Asheville. Enjoy their award-winning spirits, killer cocktails, and live music from TLQ Plus 2. Let's start the football season the only way we know.
You're right, Matthew. I think it is intentional.
Cocktails, the official spirit of the Living the Dream Tour, and this time we ride together. Go to livingthedreamtoo.com.
Sure.
I was answering Matthew Hoffman said it was just to mess with me is why he does his own commercials in there.
Wedding.
Auditorially insatisfactory.
Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun.
Mark.
Seating, climate control.
That Haywood regional spot is just like real low.
Motor Coach gets you there relaxed on.
So I don't know why he insists on doing things without me.
Visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memory on the ride.
Gets nominated for a Marconi Award and he thinks he doesn't need me anymore.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't.
All said in jest. All said in jest.
Trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! From the Ingalls studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225CJ Candler, the #1 preset in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog eat! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
It is ESPN Asheville 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400, the Sportsocracy. Coming to you live from the Ingalls studio. We are heard everywhere you go around the world on the iHeartRadio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. Join us in the chat. Don't forget to go to livingthedream2.com if you want to see about going on some fan trips with us this football season. We have a hell of a lineup set up for the games that we are going to go experience to some degree or another this season. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be attending all of the games, but we will be attending the fanfare of all of the games that are on the list of the Living the Dream Tour because we're going to have quite the setup ready to go with Appalachian Motor Coach. Food from Bear Smokehouse Barbecue, Ingalls Supermarkets. We'll have libations from Cultivated Cocktails. We'll have all the bases covered for the fan trips, and you want to be a part of it, don't you? Of course you do. So pick out your favorite weekend and get signed up now for the Ingalls Living the Dream Tour. We ride again. You can ride right alongside the Parks Ford Mobile Studio. We can't promise. I mean, I guess if you wanted to go for a ride in it, we could take you for a ride in the big old machine. We could definitely make that happen for our friends. Can't let you drive it.
Nope.
That can only be done by two people on this
planet. There are two people that can drive that truck. I am playing in the Chamber of Commerce golf tournament with J.W. Whitley from Parks Ford. I'm super excited about that. I just found out about that yesterday.
Nice.
Very
when
excited
is that?
about that. That is, I think, 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
It's a random it's not a random Tuesday. It's a Tuesday very close to the football season that, you're going to have to cover for me. Big dog.
Okay. We shall do that.
That is one thing that, it's kind of hard to explain this to people that aren't in the corporate world. There are a lot of times, especially working for iHeart the way that we do, we sponsor a lot of things. Well, when you sponsor a golf tournament, they give you a team in the golf tournament.
Mm-hmm.
we don't have anyone left that plays golf. Except me.
Our golf team is dissolved.
So literally all of the tournaments that we've committed to, they're like, hey, Jeremy, we need you because we don't have anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. You know that's 5 days before the season starts. Yes. And moving forward, we will be conscientious of those things. But that doesn't fix squat for right now.
I am aspiring to a golf tournament that I can participate in. I'm going to make that happen one way or another.
A golf tournament that you can what?
That I can participate in.
Well, I mean, we are doing a golf tournament, so I mean, you're gonna have a role in that.
Well,
I don't know how much
but I mean, like,
swinging a stick
it
should be, but
I mean, like that I can play in. I think we need like a putt-putt open. We need to do one of those. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
We could totally make that happen.
I got the perfect idea. It's already in the work. I've already talked to some folks. You think you're the plan maker? I've talked to some folks about some fun stuff that we could do in the off season next year. That's one of the ideas rolling around there. Just saying. We're going full putt-putt.
I can't wait. I almost want to make the challenge here of, you're right. Hey, Tank, you run with that idea, and I'm going to sit back and just go, have fun. Yes. In.
What do you mean?
Tank, you don't like to ask people for money? Like, that's... I can't wait for him to come to me and say, we put this thing together. How many sponsorship dollars do you have? 8. I got $8. Oh, my.
Just wait.
Hey, I'm rooting. Ain't nobody rooting for you harder than me. The only thing I will tell you, it's a valuable lesson I learned in sales. Once you show somebody you can do it, they know you can do it moving forward. So just remember that.
Well, look, I think you've misunderstood the idea of this whole thing. I didn't say I was going to put it together all by myself. I mean, I'm going to need some buy-in from the sales team, but we'll see.
That was, and by the way, I need some buy-in from the sales team. That was Tank's shot across the bow to Terry Lynn and I of, I'm going to be coming to y'all with some stuff.
Bingo. That's it.
What up, TL?
That's right.
Must say,
right.
Every time I look at, we have, you can't see it on the camera, but literally my entire office in Greenville is surrounded by logistics and social media calendars and living the dream tour stuff. And I just keep looking around going, God bless Terry Lynn Queen, because you did so much of this, and I didn't have to. And God bless you for that.
Forever grateful. Forever. Anyway, Ingles Living the Dream Tour. You want to get in on the action, just go to livingthedream2, TOO.com. Number 17 on the power ranking, Jeremy. This is, if you're just joining us, the future power ranking of the NFL. We worked our way through the top half of the league. We did a power rankings Tuesday a little backwards because we really wanted to spend time talking about the good teams that have a good future ahead of them rather than just lambasting the dogs of the league who don't have much to look forward to. So we're making the backslide down with number 17.
So for posterity's sake, the number one team in the NFL to here was a discrepancy of 53 points. The discrepancy from 17 to 32 is a grand total of 61 points. So it's pretty spaced out. The only thing I didn't tell you is that the bottom two teams in this are 10 points behind everybody else. So
so bad.
17 is the Green Bay Packers.
I
think that we could file a petition with Webster's Dictionary to replace the term average with the Green Bay Packers, and they could not come up with a discernible objection.
Mm-hmm.
What do they absolutely, are they just absolutely terrible at?
I don't know.
Not a thing.
Okay.
What can they 100% hang their hat on?
Nothing.
Not a thing. And that, boys and girls, is how you wind up right in the middle. Meaty clackers No high expectations, no sweeping failure, just right there in the middle, right under the radar, nobody talking about you.
I've just kind of been keeping like a little notebook in front of me, as I like to do as we go down these lists. I've just kind of been writing like a statement or a question for each team. And as you were getting down the path there, my question was, will they ever be anything more than average?
I don't think it's happening anytime
soon.
soon.
No, there's nothing about this team that's real sexy.
To me, the Green Bay Packers are the Pittsburgh Steelers with a coach that I believe in less.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it kind of has bared itself out here.
No. Jordan Love. We glad we went down that path?
I mean, I personally wouldn't be, but
I don't know that you should be. Don't know that you should be. Uniforms, good. Gary Burt's the best thing they do. Uniforms, I'll give them that. Crisp, clean, classic. It's just fine. Exactly where they.
You know, I'm not
number 17.
Oh, it's classic and historic and simple, and nope, don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Overrated.
Number 18.
The Tennessee Titans. Your quarterback helped you here a whole lot.
Early.
Whole lot.
It's early to trust that, but okay.
All right. So, and you know, it's funny that you say that, and I had a funny sneaking suspicion that you would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to list a quarterback, and I'm going to list them in order, and you tell me which one I was supposed to have in front of Cam Ward.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence. Okay. Kyler Murray. Brock Purdy. Dak Prescott.
No.
Jordan Love. Baker Mayfield. Bryce Young. Bo Nix. Caleb Williams. I could do – we're officially to the dum-dum tier. You know what? Every one of those quarterbacks that was on the high side where you went, well, to win a game right now, I would – yep, and they make 400 times what Cam Ward does.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Cam makes circus peanuts for 4 years. They make $50 million. Advantage Cam Ward.
True.
Because I can put more around him. I had Tennessee's quarterback situation 12th in the NFL. Not because and I like Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I was ever in love with him. I didn't think he was the number one overall pick. But for how bad this quarterback class was, yeah, you having a year up on everybody else, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. What kills you? I don't really believe in your coach. I don't really believe in your front office, and I don't really believe in your roster.
Yeah.
But that one thing was enough to the team at 18 and the team at 22 were separated by a grand total of 4 points.
Gotta hope Cam Ward's the guy.
For sure, because if he's not, you wind up down there in the shoe buddy tier real fast.
Precisely. Number 19.
Wow. The Carolina Panthers. The problem with Bryce Young is it's taking him so long to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina is one slow start away from sliding right into Jordan Love territory where I'm going to have to pay you before I really know what you are. And that scares me to death.
Yes. Yes, it should.
It scares me to death. I think the roster's improved. I like Canales. But I don't think anybody could object to where they are.
No. There's a lot to prove. And I'd like to think that the turn has been made. And this is the step forward year. This is when you really see what Bryce can be at the NFL level. Because I do feel like those last 5 games of the season last year, you started to see not just production from him, but you started to see leadership. You started to see comfort. You started to see more of the Alabama Bryce Young. And I saw it in the preseason game as well. You know, the whole leading the receiver, you know, the touchdown pass, I think, to Jalen Coker, where he was like, no, you know, he's steering, he's got that connection with the wide receivers that he can talk mid-play and they can pick it up. I think it's going to happen. I hope it happens for the Panthers.
For sure. Carolina, what surged them? Bill Workman said if you'd asked me, I thought they'd have been in the mid-20s. What surged them up is that their projected cap space, projected draft capital, dead money, all of that kind of keeps them right in the middle of the league. Virtually every team in this tier is killed at one of these things.
Number 20.
The Indianapolis Colts. Speaking of being killed at things, Indianapolis is 31 at quarterback. That's their killed in this.
Mm-hmm.
The bad thing for Indianapolis is that I like a lot of what they have. I just think you have one of the worst quarterback situations in the league. Because not only do you not have one, you're heavily invested. Because you spent a top 5 pick on Anthony Richardson and you got it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think it's debatable at this point.
It's not. It wasn't really debatable before he dislocated the pinky. And then I think that's just like the tiny little straw that broke the camel's back. Or should be for most of us. This is just not going to happen for this guy. Unfortunate as it is. But more unfortunate, it's not going to happen for the Indianapolis Colts, and you set the number 5 pick on fire?
4.
Number 4 pick. You ought not have done that.
No, this is why when every draft analyst is going, I don't see what you could possibly be seeing here, you should probably listen.
Mm-hmm. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Who are the best teams going forward over the next 5 years? None of these teams. However, we'll see how bad it is as we continue the countdown here on a Power Rankings Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
We're clear.
Thank you. Back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Get fired up, y'all. Season 2 of Good Game with Sarah Spain is underway, and we just welcomed one of my favorite people, an incomparable soccer icon, Megan Rapinoe, to the show. Take a listen.
Sue and I were like riding the Lime bikes the other day, and we're like, whee! Like, this is unbelievable. People ride bikes because it's fun.
We've got more incredible guests like Megan in store, plus news of the day and more. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Good Game with Sarah Spain, and listen now.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
It's time to discover the convenience and time savings of contact-free pickup with Ingles Curbside. Just visit shop.ingles-markets.com or download the app. And your Ingles personal shopper gets to work with specialized training on how to select the freshest items for a pre-scheduled pickup. They'll even text you with updates. You pull up to a designated space and your personal shopper delivers your items right to your vehicle. Fresh, fast, and affordable. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Buying or selling a home doesn't have to be stressful. Let me, Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert, guide you every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home, looking to sell quickly, or exploring investment opportunities, I've got the experience and the tools to get you the best deal possible. Call me, Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty at 828-774-6343. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality. I'm your trusted realtor. I'm making moves and making dreams come true.
We're kicking off the Living the Dream Tour in style at the Cultivated Kickoff Party. Join us at 6 Saturday night, August the 16th at Cultivated Cocktails, 161 Charlotte Highway in Asheville. Enjoy their award-winning spirits, killer cocktails, and live music from TLQ Plus 2. Let's start the football season the only way we know how. Great drinks, great music, and great friends. Cultivated Cocktails, the official spirit of the Living the Dream Tour, and this time we ride together. Go to livingthedreamtoo.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
The Sportsocracy.
These guys are a f***ing disgrace.
We are back on a Power Rankings Tuesday here in the Sportsocracy, looking at the future of the NFL over the next 5 years. It looks pretty bleak for the following teams. I mean, if you can't be higher than, well, you set a top 5 pick on fire, and I don't have much positive to say about your roster construction, then I feel like the prognostication for the following 12 teams is not going to be rosy, Jeremy.
It's not. I will say there are different levels.
Yes.
The
so
next
these are
two
the
teams,
7 levels of hell, basically.
Well, the next two teams are I would say they're all in because you've spent yourself into some aggressive issues.
Okay.
I don't think you're terrible, but I don't think you're a threat. And oddly enough, these two teams finished 1 point away from each other.
All right, at number 21.
Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right, you want to do 22 with them?
Might as well, because everything I'm going to say about one applies to the other.
All right, number 22.
Your San Francisco 4th and Niners. Hey, you could win 10 games this year. Awesome. And you're going to go to the playoffs and get your face mushed by any team that is a legit Super Bowl contender.
Mm-hmm.
Because you both have little itty-bitty quarterbacks that are roughly the 15th best quarterback in the league. The problem is that they're paid like they're better than that, and they're not.
$30 million, that's not middle of the road now?
Baker's closer to middle of the road. Okay. The problem is that look at your cap ledger, and it's not hard to figure out, we're paying on the high side to a lot of dudes.
Yes. It's the victim of drafting well.
No, I mean, and I'm not saying you haven't drafted well. Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying everybody.
I guess you did draft almost all those guys except Hassan Reddick.
Right. I mean, everybody that we're paying, we drafted them. They're all homegrown talent for the most part. It's been a while, so you forget that. Vita's been around forever, and it feels like Antoine's been around forever. Levante has been around since, I don't know, Vince Lombardi. Poor Levante. He's such an old man now. So, the future for Tampa Bay is just meh.
Well,
because of the high cost.
Well, I mean, the thing about Tampa is, all right, so you got $25 million in cap space. You don't have Levante David signed next year. You don't have Mike Evans signed next year. Reddick's not signed next year. Luke Gedicke's not signed next year. Okay, so Zion McCollum, who you have a serious belief in, if you bring all of those guys back, you're just going to lather up the same roster. And frankly, I have the exact same objection about San Francisco. There's really no path to you getting better. You're going to have to get worse before you get better.
Yeah.
Because you're going to let these guys go, or you're just lathering up the same roster, and I don't think you're a threat to squat.
Mm-hmm.
Either one of them, I believe way more in Tampa Bay here than I do in San Francisco. Either one of them could win their division, but I really think you're what's the FCC way I have to say this? Urinating into the wind.
You completely froze out there for a minute. And then we rejoined with urinating into the wind.
I said, what is the FCC way that I have to say this? You're urinating into the wind.
Like the FCC heard you, and they hit the button, and then
they're like, "Oh crap, he's going to say something terrible." Oh, he didn't say anything terrible. No, you can let that go. That's fine.
That's fine. We can let that go. The dump button missed the wrong section of that. Apparently,
you put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Right. Sorry, that was just funny. All right, San Francisco. What is? Do you have anything else definitive to say about San Francisco's future?
You're paying Brock Purdy $250 million. End of message.
You're done like dinner, apparently.
I don't see how you think you're going to compete with teams that have Pat Mahomes and Joe Burrow and C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels, even Jalen Hurts. You get into that second-tier quarterback. I don't even know how you think you're going to compete with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's not great.
Yep. Let's go to number 23.
The Las Vegas Raiders. This is a team that I feel like I have to put a caveat on.
Okay.
Of the formula was almost built against you because you're so unstable, because your quarterback is older and so is your coach. If you told me they both stick around for Geno's not going to stick around for 5 years, but let's say Pete does and Geno brings along they draft a quarterback that's quarterback of the future and he's allowed to sit behind Geno for 2 years. I think you would rise up this several spots.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that there's no way for me to know that. Pete Carroll's a top 8-9 coach in the NFL, but I don't have any belief he's going to survive here for 5 years. I don't see him coaching until he's 80 years old.
Nor do I. And what can be accomplished in 3 years?
I think he can turn around the culture. But
then how do you pass it on?
That's the question.
Right.
Who do you pass it on to?
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. As far as the as far as the Raiders roster goes, though, I mean, are they pretty well set up for the future in your eyes?
I like what they're doing. There was a lot of mismanagement of this team, so they had a ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I like what they did in the last draft, Ashton Genty notwithstanding. I think they're trending in the right direction. But this is kind of like what we said about Arizona. It's hard to climb these lists because it takes everything you've done into account for an extended period of time.
Mm-hmm. Man. How is Max Crosby only 27? Oh, he's getting ready to turn 28. Okay. That makes me, I guess, feel a little...
I'll put it this way. He's close enough to 28 that it's already rolled on mine. So that means that we're within a month.
His birthday comes in 10 days. His birthday's on August the 22nd. So, yeah, he's almost 28. I saw that number, and I went, that can't be right. Anyhow. Las Vegas Raiders coming in at number 23. Number 24.
The Dallas Cowboys. What would you like me to say? You have three high-level players on this entire roster One of them just got freight trained by an official, and one of them is in a verbal barrage of barbs with your owner. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, your owner appears like he's going to live to be 206 years old. So, what exactly would you say is going the right way here?
I don't see a bright spot other than CD for the next 5 years.
That's about all they got. I mean, head coach, for them, head coach, draft capital, cap space, all of it's in the bottom 10. And I think I was pretty nice to your quarterback. I had him at 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's about right to me, especially with the injury history.
I was
and
going to say,
contract.
I don't know that that's being nice other than just being truthful, because I think that's what he is.
Well, okay, what I meant by being nice is that I didn't flood the young guys in front of Dak because he's older, already on an expensive contract with a bad injury history. I could have put Dak Prescott at 20, and I don't think anybody that's not a homer could have argued it because he's expensive and hurt a lot.
This is all very true. The Dallas Cowboys at number 24, I mean, it's nowhere where you want to be looking to the future. The next 5 years, Jerry talks about how this is his prized possession. And I just keep asking myself, is this ship going to run aground by the end? Or is this what running aground looks like?
Well, for me, the Dallas Cowboys are the first team in the sewer water tier. So we got the sewer water tier, and then we got the poop tier. That's still a ways away.
Okay. All right. We'll take a break here on ESPN Asheville. You're in the Sportsocracy on a Power Rankings Tuesday. The future NFL rankings for the next 5 years. The poo tier is coming. Just stay tuned.
ESPN Asheville.
We're clear.
Thank you.
Great chances
All right,
continue as we get into the afternoon. Scattered showers around, thunderstorms. Sun could produce some downpours, gusty winds, close to 80 degrees. Tonight, a few showers, thunderstorms, fog late, upper 60s. Wednesday, areas of fog in the morning, maybe a shower or two. Better chance of a few showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, 82. Still a threat for showers and thunderstorms on Thursday, warmer, 85. From the Weather Channel meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Crispy chicken's better in a Taco Bell taco. Or burrito. Or both. Try Taco Bell's new crispy chicken taco and or burrito today at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only. Contact store for availability.
If you didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal, you'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy chicken biscuit for just $1 each. Seriously, you can get all three if you want. They're just $1, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price of participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in the combo while supplies last.
Good morning, Doctor.
Doctor?
Hi, Doctor.
Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
With the iHeartRadio app, your favorite radio station fits right in your pocket. Live shows, news, sports, exclusive music channels, and voices that don't just go viral. They're the voices of your local community. Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
Buying or selling a home doesn't have to be stressful. Let me, Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert, guide you every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home, looking to sell quickly, or exploring investment opportunities, I've got the experience and the tools to get you the best deal possible.
There's
Call
a
me,
window
Clarissa
right
Marshall
beside
with
the
eXp
urinal
Realty at
that's like right at glizzy height.
Let's make your real estate.
I'm not a fan of. Even though I'm 11 stories high, I don't like that.
That's weird.
It's bizarre. Like I'm looking at people while
to those who really need it.
Yeah, that's strange.
I don't like that because I feel like they could look up and see me, and I mean they'd have to squint really hard. But
sure, yeah.
Every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks.
It's just unsettling. I should not see other people whilst doing my business.
Hendersonville.com. That. Hendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
The ceiling is the roof. Let's make it happen. Let's keep moving forward.
Back in the Sportsocracy on a Power Rankings Tuesday, coming to you from the Ingalls studio. One here in Asheville and one in Greenville, South Carolina.
We're but one segment away from me being reunited with the Groucho salad, which is it's top-notch, Tank. It's top-notch.
All right. God, that's a restaurant?
Yeah, it's a deli right across the street from the studios here. When I lived here, I ate there all the time. They have a salad dressing. It's called Formula 45. It's like Russian. It's like spicy Russian. It's so unbelievably good.
We are in the midst of the Power Rankings here on a Power Rankings Tuesday. The future Power Rankings. Over the next 5 years, what teams are set up best for success? The teams we're going through right now, not really set up for success all that great. If you missed the good teams, you can go back and listen to that on the podcast or check it out on the YouTube stream after the program is over. Baltimore, Houston, the LAs, and Seattle. We're in the top 5. Philadelphia was 6. We already talked about it earlier. There are people that are mad. They're going to riot. It's fine. We're moving on. We have worked our way down to number 25 on the future power ranking, right behind the Dallas Cowboys at 24.
Still in the sewer water tier.
Mm-hmm.
The Chicago Bears.
Oh, poor Ben Johnson.
Yeah, you took the wrong quarterback. You did. You took the wrong quarterback. You took the wrong quarterback. You went all in. I don't look at this roster the way I did a year ago. I think the defense is good. Dennis Allen will probably make it even better than good.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still looking at the offense going, it doesn't matter how much you prop this guy up. I don't really care.
Yeah.
It just doesn't mean much to me. Oh, by the way, you're up against the cap for quite some time.
Mm-hmm. The kid's struggling to be a passable quarterback in the NFL. It's hard to believe that that's going to become, oh, this kid's good. I can't remember the last time we did that.
It's been a while.
I mean, Lamar, but Lamar was Lamar was special in other ways.
Lamar, you knew pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could watch Lamar and go, okay, you remember that thing we said about him being a running back? Yeah, we were just messing around.
Exactly.
We were just fooling.
It came out relatively quick. I mean, I guess you got to give Caleb more of a chance, don't you? Ready to just put that nail in the coffin?
I don't, but I didn't believe in him when he came out. So why would it? What's he done to change my mind on that?
Right. What has he done to sway me to the positive side if I didn't like him to begin with? I can't blame you there.
It's like saying you don't trust your spouse and then they hook up with the neighbor. Well, why do you not trust me now? I didn't trust you to begin with. I sure as hell don't trust you now.
Ben Johnson taking heat earlier on the national ESPN radio show. I forget, Clinton and Friends, I think they were playing the soundbite of him talking about how getting reps on air basically was good enough for Caleb right now. And they did not like that.
Nobody at this point wants to admit
like that.
Nobody at this point wants to admit that Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams have the exact same relationship that Bryce Young and Dave Canales had a year ago.
Yeah.
There, I said it. I said it, and I mean it. Ben doesn't. I have not talked to Ben, but I will bet you if you got him on truth serum, he would say, I don't think this kid can actually run my offense. And I'm either going to have to break him down and build him back up, or I'm going to have to find a new quarterback.
Yeah. All right, let's go to number 26.
The Atlanta Falcons.
You know, as much as you talk good about them, I would have thought they'd be higher on this list.
You would think so until you realize that they have a very tenuous coach situation. I can't have their quarterbacks at 22, and that would probably be me being nice. They have no first-round pick in the next draft class. They're in the bottom 10 of cap space. And, historically, they don't draft all that well. So the fact I had the roster at 15 overall didn't really save them. This was not so much me putting my thumb on the scale as the facts are the facts.
Mm-hmm.
I like the roster. It could go very, very, very badly.
It could indeed.
If Raheem Morris doesn't make the playoffs this year, there will be heat on him or he will be replaced. So either he's going to come in on the hot seat next year in the third year of a quarterback who, if he's on the hot seat, probably has not achieved the success that he's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of the good that you've done could be unwound because you could be talking about a defense that comes in here that can't use James Pierce, didn't believe in Jalen Walker, doesn't think Xavier Watts is a legit starting safety in the NFL. It unwinds it all.
But the progress doesn't. I mean, so he falls short of the playoffs by a game. That doesn't happen.
He'd still come in on the hot seat.
You think so? Okay.
You can't keep letting Todd Bowles make the playoffs over you without somebody looking around going, are we sure this is the guy? It's kind of like you tell people that you're really fast and then you keep losing 40-yard dashes to the fat kid with mustard on his shirt. Are you sure you're fast? Because I don't think you are. Because I know he's not fast.
Number 27.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. There's two things that saved you from the poop tier.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're very low on draft capital. I'm not very high on your roster. I do still think that I'm not going to say I'm a believer in Trevor Lawrence. I'm still a believer in the talent of Trevor Lawrence. And maybe I'm giving him too much credit. Also, you're fully committed to old Duval.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had to promise him the sun, the moon, and the stars to get him to take this job. Game of Fencing, can we give up on Trevor Lawrence, please? Well, if there was somebody readily available to replace him in the you should be gooder than you are tier, then we would. But there isn't, so we shan't.
I mean, you just gave him $50 million last year. He ain't going nowhere.
Oh, no. Jacksonville's not giving. I think Gambit meant us as watchers and consumers of this.
Gotcha.
League.
Well, I mean, every year is another example, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I think we've gotten to a point where the general public has given up on him. So if there is ever a time that he could have a bit of a comeback, it'd be when nobody's expecting anything of him.
Yes.
Because I put Trevor I had him 13 overall. And I would say most people would think I was smoking recreational crimes. And the only reason I did it is because he's so much younger than all the guys behind him.
All right, at number 28.
The New York Football Giants. Oh, ask me who's 29.
Who's 29?
The New York Football Jets. Would you like to know what the difference in these two franchises is?
Yes.
One of them has Jackson Dart, and one of them has Justin Fields. One of them has a cheap quarterback that I believe in. Mm-hmm. One of them has a second contract quarterback that I don't believe in.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally the only difference between the two. Because I like the defensive talent for both.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get to the offense and go, hey, you have one weapon, Garrett Wilson for the Jets, Malik Neighbors for the Giants, and I don't even kind of know what I'm getting at quarterback. The Jets have a $2 scratcher, and the New York Giants have a $20 scratcher in Jackson Dart. I should have been nicer than that. He's probably a $50 scratcher.
He's the hype is certainly there.
It's because he's a dog.
Which is
I will say.
Well, I was going to say which is how those tickets work, right? You get the $50 scratcher that's got the $1 million jackpot. You're hoping to hit somewhere in the middle, and you're going to be real ticked off when you hit zero.
I will say
on that thing.
I'm a big fan of. We talk about timeline.
Yeah.
When we're talking about movies, and it came up a lot with the Marvel movies. There was a timeline where Jackson Dart was drafted by the Giants while Zach Wilson still played for the Jets. And there was one free month of comedy based on Zach Wilson and Jackson Dart's mom. That timeline existed. We ain't living in it, and I'm really sad that we're not, because that would have been.
We're just going to have a hot mom contest?
That would have been a fun month.
Okay.
Zach Wilson, MILF Hunter.
Yeah. Good night.
Jackson Dart's mom, MILF extraordinaire. Did you see all the pictures of her on Twitter this past weekend?
No, I did not.
God, some of y'all have an Oedipus complex. Lord have mercy. You see an attractive 40-year-old woman, and y'all just lose all kinds of sensibilities.
Oh, jeez. I don't know what's worse. The fact that we're giving the mom that kind of attention, or the fact that you just said a 40-year-old mom. And that
oh yeah, she's younger than you.
Terrible.
How did that make you feel?
Shut up. Number 30 on the damn list. Get to it.
It's the third most searched term in the state of North Carolina. You Google it. I'm the jerk that's saying it out loud. Y'all the ones out here being nasty.
Uh-huh.
Number 30 is the Miami Dolphins. Can you give me a thing to be excited about with the Miami Dolphins? Chop Robinson.
Jalen Phillips.
Funny thing is we both said different guys playing the same position.
We did. Jalen Phillips, Chop Robinson. That's what we got.
The Miami Dolphins are that one team that keeps like chips in their pocket. You don't have anything going for you except for the fact you have chips at all times.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like, you have pass rushers. What else do you have? Well, you have me playing at corner. That's probably not going to go well. I don't believe in your safeties at all. Oh, yeah, by the way, you just let a really good one walk out the door for peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think your offensive line is good at all. You have a quarterback. Do you remember? You remember when your children were young, and there was that episode of SpongeBob where the guy had glass bones, and every morning he broke his arms, and every afternoon he broke his legs? That guy pays less in insurance rates than Tua Tagovailoa. And that's like number 3 on the list of things you can believe in. Oh, by the way, he and your best player don't seem to have the greatest of relationships right now. Oh, and who was your second best player? Apparently touched the Space Jam ball at some point in last year, and it's not looking like he figured it out in the offseason. Any of this making you feel good? Because it really should.
I want to ask you a question. Who on this list, if they haven't already, would be on this roster, would be excited and really interested in investing in a permanent property in Miami-Dade County? Because I think it's the 2 guys that we said and no one else. Everyone else is renting.
For sure.
And that's front office on down.
When I think of the Miami Dolphins, all I can think of is the Cleveland Indians from Major League. This is a complete, like, our owner's a dumpster fire. Our coach may be selling Colombian Bam Bam. I don't know. I know he dresses like he is. And then he just says the most off-the-wall. Mike McDaniel's the perfect living proof of if you're successful enough, you can be weird. Mm-hmm. Like Mark Zuckerberg looks like a guy that you're probably into anime or something. You like something that I don't understand. Mike McDaniel looks the exact same way. One of them is really good at their job, and one of them is really not good at their job.
Number 31.
And the tension mounts. Which one finished dead last? At number 31, the New Orleans Saints. Ask me 32.
Number 32.
The Cleveland Browns.
Wah, wah.
You want to know the difference between those two teams?
Yes.
One of you is paying a weirdman $50-some-odd million guaranteed to sit on his keister. The other one's not. End of message. There is no other difference. I think the Saints have better young players, but it's a lot of prognostication on my part, whether it's Talise Fuaga, who I've only seen for a year. I like what I've seen so far out of Kelvin Banks. I can't give you credit for Chris Olave because the injury history is so bad. And then it just gets really hard for me to find guys that I've cemented my opinion on. It's still wet concrete on a lot of the other guys on that team. Cleveland has Myles Garrett. End of message. Mason Graham, I guess. Yeah. Everybody else is hurt. No Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Jordan Hicks retired. Greg Newsom's hurt. Do you remember when we were talking about Cleveland having the most talented defense in the NFL?
Yes.
That was not that long ago.
That was 3 years ago.
How many starters for the Cleveland Browns defense can you actively name?
It would. I mean, it would be Myles Garrett and probably nobody. I mean, is Grant Delpit still hanging around?
Yep. He's there. What else you got?
Yes, I got one. I have no idea.
So you got a little Malik Collins, some Alex Wright, Carson Schlesinger. That was one that I thought that one and Denzel Ward. I thought those two would be pretty easy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Denzel.
Devin Bush, Muhammad Diabetes, Ronnie Hickman, and Cameron Mitchell. Mm-hmm. Holy good googly moo. Life comes at you fast, bro.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Seems to come to you faster in Cleveland, which I still think they had to. I mean, the side deal with Myles Garrett to get him to stay in town, despite the historic contract, I still feel like he needed an extra incentive. Like, we're going to give you 10% of the team for every extra year you stay here. And eventually, it's a rent-to-own situation. If you just stay forever, we'll give you all of it. Because this is the only hope that you have to cling on to right now. Which is totally Cleveland. That everything, all of the eggs are put into the basket of an edge rusher who once tried to kill a guy on national television.
Yep.
That's the most Cleveland Brown thing I've ever heard.
Do you ever think Myles Garrett looks around and just goes, are we sure we filed that contract? Because I give it back.
That was one of the most shocking moments of the offseason to me, was that he settled in long-term in Cleveland, because I did not think that was going to happen.
I did not either.
I thought for sure that guy was going to want to try to chase down winning something, because we all know it's not going to happen.
I just kept looking at Myles Garrett going, why do you end up playing for the Philadelphia Eagles, and how do I see that coming?
Oh, what a nightmare that would be for everybody else.
I mean, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'd already physically made peace with it in my own head.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. That'll do it for us today on a Power Rankings Tuesday. When we return on Thursday, we will have more training camp news to talk about. We will get into the Sean Payton mission accomplished or not discussion as well. Tune in tomorrow for a Womack Wednesday. Chris Womack from News 13, sports director, will be joining me on the program. We will chop it up about some NASCAR because we got another huge guest coming up tomorrow. Ryan freaking Blaney, defending Cup champion, will be on the program at 1:30 tomorrow, plus more college football, pro football, training camp news, baseball. We'll get into all of it. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. Have a great one, Jeremy. Be safe.
Thanks, sir. I'll see you tomorrow.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Thank you, buddy.
Your mountain weather forecast.
Great chat.
Roger that.
The afternoon,
yes, I'll be there. I have a meeting with Josh at 10.
Close to
I got
80
a
degrees.
Zoom
Tonight,
at
a few
1.
showers, thunderstorms, fog late, upper 60s. Wednesday,
and then we need to start working on
the few showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. 82.
Appearance of that studio.
On Thursday.
Moving the things down to my office. I need to go down there to get them out
This
of our way.
report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Crispy chicken's better in a Taco Bell taco or burrito.
I was going to say, if you're going to be doing stuff from down there, you need to take some of these helmets and put it on the back of that cabinet right there.
Agreed.
Or
yeah,
for
I thought
limited
about
time
that
only.
earlier. I'll
Contact store
I'll
for
probably take
availability.
some of the ones from my home collection.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on cars.
I was going to say, you can have get the ones from behind me.
Yeah, because you can't see them.
Nobody can see.
I think I'm
You
going
got
to
two
take
Steelers helmets back here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take that shelf and put it in my office.
It's my boarding pass, credit cards,
and then
phone
try
numbers,
to
my
move
life.
your camera to
Checking
the
first
left
is smart.
to use
So
that
check
wall.
Allstate first for a quote that can save.
Okay. All right.
But we can talk about it when I get up there tomorrow.
Sure thing.
All right, brother. I got to go pick up a salad that I'm going to inhale.
You want to see basketball played the way it's supposed to be? Well, check out.
All right, then.
It allowed me to do 3x times extra cube cheese. I'm curious if they just took a whole bag of cube cheese and put it on top of the salad, which is what I'm hoping for.
Nice.
Story of the one.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you in the morning.
All right, see you.